Now, can it catch? Can it continue in a game like tonight? You mentioned 5-man unit. You mentioned playing a 3-quarter game. What he means by that is he wants to play from his defensive blue line forward. They want to get out of their defensive zone very quickly. If they can do that, they will limit Florida's chances. And essentially, at the end of the day, this team is at its best when they're spending time in the offensive zone. Forecheck, having guys, having support, having guys around it, and spend time there and allow shift after shift to
his third time in his career, he squared off against Florida. In November, it was Grice that got that start. Jordan Bennington looking for his third 20-win season as a Blue. And the Blues face off against Connecticut native Spencer Knight, who gets the call tonight for the Florida Panthers. The Panthers played last night and eventually won in the shootout in Minnesota against the Minnesota Wild. We've got the Blues and Panthers dropping the pucks next. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Experience the future of connectivity with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering the fastest speeds in the nation for $49.99 a month. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, free for 12 months. And a Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G, free for 12 months. That's Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com or your local Spectrum store today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Let's talk about Great Game Day Eats. Mission Taco Joint, the local restaurant known for their West Coast-style Mexican cuisine, has you covered on game days with their bold yet approachable takes on tacos, burritos, tortillas, and margaritas. With 4 locations in the St. Louis area, try some of their fan favorites, such as their mango habanero shrimp and hot fried chicken tacos, along with their addictive queso. And don't forget their house-made margaritas. Visit one of their area locations, or if you're headed to a home game soon, check out the Mission Taco Joint stand on the mezzanine level of the Enterprise Center. MissionTacoJoint.com. Let's go Blues.
Birthdays, anniversaries, bachelorette parties, or just an excuse to hang with your friends. Bring your tribe together for a Blues game in Enterprise Center this season. Groups of 10 or more save off the gate price and get special rates for our theme nights too. Suite options start at 12 people, and you can choose a food and beverage package to keep your friends refreshed throughout the game. The best seats and suites for popular games are selling quickly, so call 314-622-BLUE or visit stlouisblues.com/groups to book your group today. Make a save that would make Bennington envious.
And a save by Bennington.
When you score St. Louis Blues tickets for less than $20 each. With the You Pick 2-pack presented by Ashley Home Store, you get 2 mezzanine-level tickets to 2 games for just $79. Choose from 6 game dates to create a pack that fits your schedule, including matchups versus the Stars, Sharks, and Rangers. Popular games will sell out quickly, and quantities are limited. So go to stlouisblues.com/tickets to secure your seats.
Me and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and home of the brave.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Enterprise Center. Joe Vitale here alongside Chris Kerber. And I got your Toyota starting lineup. So let's get down to ice level, beginning with the Florida Panthers here. Tonight it's going to be Spencer Knight and net. Forsling, Verhaeghe, Chuck Bennett, and Aaron Ekblad will begin things for the Panthers. And now for the Blues, Jordan Bennington. He'll be between the cage. It'll be Colton Parayko, Nick Leddy, and Braden Shen will be joined by Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou. This starting lineup was brought to you by Toyota. You can visit your St. Louis area Toyota dealership today to test drive your favorite Toyota models. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you sniff the smelling salts before every game?
Always. I actually did one the other day coming home from Chicago. I was exhausted coming on the road. It'll shock you right to the brain. You ever do one?
No, I don't think I have.
We should try one before a broadcast one.
That's what I need. I need to be more wired, and I don't even do caffeine.
Yeah, it's when you get it somewhere near your nose, you get it. All of a sudden, if it's too close, boom! It just puts a shockwave right through your brain.
Panthers win the opening draw. Here we go on a Tuesday night as Forsling gets it to the near side. He'll shoot it in on that left-handed shot of his. Rims it over to the far point. Ekblad chucks it right to the front of the net. Kachuk got there. It's gloved by Binnington. He throws it down to the ground, and the Blues will clear it out. Thomas moves it near side. Chopped by Kyrou into the offensive zone as Thomas goes into the corner. Held to the wall by Ekblad. Now off of Forsling. He's in the corner and on the backhand. Chips it where it's kept in by Kyrou. Kyrou to Thomas. Down to the near side. Schenn to Kyrou. Quick shot. And he snapped the wrister wide. Defense are changing. Krug and Falk coming on. It's out to center. Bennett's going to dump it in for Florida. Panthers will get their first change of the hockey game. We're 45 seconds in. Just underway here at Enterprise Center. Justin Falk on the left side will move it out to Ryan O'Reilly. That's up ice too far for Brandon Montour. At the red line, Falk gets it, shoots it in, and icing gets waved off. It's chopped to the far wing. Saad there for the Blues. Another 15-goal season for him as it goes to Buchnevich. Backhands from his knees from behind the net. Right out in front, it's cleared away by Florida. O'Reilly gets it back at center for the Blues. Now he plays it up to Buchnevich. To Krug moving in. Far side they go, and a shot from Achari ripped wide of the net. Achari once had a 20-goal season while playing for these Florida Panthers. The puck gets dumped down into the Blues zone, and here's Ivan Barbashev. Left corner from Calle Rosen. Off Achari out to center. Grabbed right back by Florida. That shot ripped into the Blues zone. Josh Mahura put it around to the far side. There's Blay looking to clear. He couldn't get it out. It was kept in by Gudis. Then Blay took down two. Florida Panthers, and the puck gets dumped by Rosen into the offensive zone. Achari to Blay. Moves it around. Right point to Rosen. Coming off of a 2-point game that helped fuel the Blues in the third period against Arizona. And a puck now to the near side. Trying to get it to Blay as Achari. He can't. Florida's going to recover the puck. Mahura will clear it out to the neutral zone. Bomberg will dump it in. Deflect it down in. Chasing it down for the Panthers. That'll be Denisenko, and the puck then cleared to the neutral zone by the Blues. Off Pitlick into the offensive zone as he chases it down. And moves to the glass. Pitlick goes to bang for it. It's knocked loose up the near wing as Pitlick loses his footing. Eric Stahl, he'll clear it out. 1,340 games played now, counting tonight for Eric Stahl. Blues get to it off the near wing. And it's sent around by Nick Cousins to the far side. They'll move it in. Save made by Binnington. Puck cleared to the wing. Smith reaches for it, but he gets his stick high on Leddy. And the Blues have a power play coming up. If the Panthers can touch the puck, Smith ends up taking a high sticking penalty. They get Binnington to the bench. And here's Nick Leddy playing in his 900th NHL game. With the puck in behind the net.
And it's going to be Nick Leddy who draws that penalty, fixes his visor right now. He's going to stay on the ice, but Smith finishes the check and goes right up underneath his eye.
Kyrou moves it in. Last couple of game days, Blues have worked on a 6-on-5. Here's O'Reilly with a shot right on. Spencer Knight will make the glove save. We're 3:25 into the opening period, and the Blues are going to go to the Ameren, Missouri power play for the first time tonight.
Florida penalty number 54, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Yeah, just great pace of the game. Just 3.5 minutes in already, but a good play there by Ryan O'Reilly there before Nick Leddy draws his penalty. Kind of makes a swivel with his hips to protect the puck and get it back to Nick Leddy. That's the way out of the zone. Nick's going to get bumped by Smith initially. Smith's actually going to win puck possession, then goes to pick up his pocket right underneath him, and bam, pops him right on the schnoz.
Florida wins the draw. They'll shoot it down. Blues on the power play. Were 0 for 5 against Arizona on Saturday, but they had 11 shots on net, and that's the most shots on goal they've had in a game all season long on the power play. Kyrou's going to get it in. Stick handle to himself. Dragged to the front, and then the puck rolled off his stick. on a nice attempt to go to the goal with it. Gudas broke it up, and the Panthers clear the zone.
Well, Jordan Kyrou, he is on the power play right now. You want to use your teammates, but he also has this in his toolbox as well. He can individually walk someone and get a chance like he did right there on Stahl.
Blues set it up to Saad, but they turn it over. Panthers 2-on-1. Lomberg bringing it in with Stahl. He shoots, and Bennington got a piece. The puck went high and wide. And now the Blues in transition. Off Thomas into the offensive zone. And they're going to whistle it icing before the puck even crosses the goal line. And I guess what they'll tell you in that is the idea is to whistle it so you don't have a collision.
That's why I blew a little early there. A 2-on-1, shorthanded for Florida right there. Off a turnover there in the offensive zone by Brandon Saad. He's one of the second men back. He's got to be a little bit more careful with the puck right there. It gets picked off and Stahl's off to the races right there. 2-on-1, but because of the speed for Brandon Saad to get back, actually turns it into an abbreviated 2-on-2. Good hustle right there.
Blues come up ice. Kyrou again with some speed. Puts a low shot wide of the goal. O'Reilly into the corner with it. Sets up the power play for the Blues to Falk. Through Kyrou. He'll go back to O'Reilly in the corner. Forsling quickly there to block it up. Falk holds it in with the glove on a nice play, and it's chipped to Brandon Saad. Into the slot. It goes off the skate of Barbashev to O'Reilly. From Barbashev to the near point. That deflected, and it's cleared out.
Yeah, Blues really couldn't get organized right there, Curbs. It was a half change from the first unit. There was Kyrou that was still out there. Krug was out there for a bit. And meanwhile, you had O'Reilly and Falk and some players from that second unit. They just couldn't get organized.
Trying to send it into O'Reilly. They couldn't do it. Stahl's going to send it all the way down the ice. Two of the three Stahl brothers out there. O'Reilly brings it in on Eric Stahl. And now trying to work it on the near wing. It's Mark Stahl that pokes it away. The Blues go back in. Sammy Blais will bring it in. Good penalty killing by the Panthers. Blues had two attempts at the net. I don't know that either one of them hit the goal. Here's Saad now at 5-on-5 into the high slot. Over to the far wing. Wheels it Barbashev to Rosen. And his slap shot comes on. Cleared by the Panthers out of the zone. Rosen will grab it.
Well, it's nice to see Callie Rosen early in this game already throwing pucks to the net. That one unfortunately gets blocked, but just coming off his 2-goal game. He had both in that third period there, so you know he's feeling it offensively right now.
Off of Toropchenko in the neutral zone. The puck turned over to the Panthers. They get it over the line to Lundell. Then Toropchenko turns it over. Bennett checked down by Achari. Huge check. As this one comes to the near side. It was actually Sam Reinhart that was knocked down by Achari.
Boy, he got popped hard. Head down, coming right across the middle of the ice there. Achari's not going to pass up on that hit.
I don't think players expect to get hit a lot anymore, Joe, in open ice.
Well, 90% of the players would have just let Reinhart go by without even touching him. And that's where, as a player, when you have the puck, you have to protect yourself. Even though most players will not finish that hit, you got to protect yourself like you're going to be coming across a player that will finish that hit, like certainly Achari will right there.
Letty skates the puck out from his own end, passes to Shen. Comes up and over the line. Pitlick dumps it down into the corner. Panthers will get to it first. Forsling up the left side. Throws on the brakes and then circles back at his blue line. Quickly turns it back to Bennett up the left wing. Towards the middle they go. That pass coming to the near side for Carter Verhaeghe. The puck cleared away by the Blues. Kyrou gets it over to Shen. They can't clear the zone. Tkachuk makes the play, but there to break it up is Parayko. Now to Thomas at the line, but he lost it. And the Panthers come back the other way. They get it into the near side. Verhaeghe looking for help. Kyrou, good defense along the near side, strips him of the puck. And it's leading to a 3-on-2 Blues rush. In the middle, Kyrou, they shoot wide of the goal. That was Krug. Out of the corner it goes. Now to Kyrou along the wing.
Well, that whole 3-on-2 started with Kyrou in the D zone there, Curbs.
Here's a slap shot from Falk right on. Knight will make the save. And Joe, we've seen several opportunities over these last two games created by Kyrou's defensive.
Well, it started with the Robert Thomas 2 days ago. Arizona Coyotes, the go-ahead goal there. A battle won in the offensive zone right there. This one's on the D zone now. He's coming out right on the backside of Verhaeghe. Puts pressure on his backside, lifts his stick, strips the puck, and boom, it's off in transition the other way. Quickly, 3-on-2, a great chance for Torrey Krug. We got to take our first break. 12:22 to go in the first. Blues and Panthers still locked at 0. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Get your ice cold Bud Light. Bud Light Seltzer here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery.
Hey, Bud Light,
Aid!
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Dear road rivals, let's talk about extra. Toyota offers tons of extra with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan good for 2 years or 25,000 miles. No-cost oil changes, no-cost tire rotations, no-cost fluid level adjustments, and more. That's a whole lot of extra at no cost from Toyota. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. And that's the kind of extra nobody needs. Try harder. Toyota.
Based on manufacturer's data as of 3/21/2022, covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever occurs first. See participating dealer for coverage details.
For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
88,000 satisfied customers since 1929. Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
Since 1890, Stiefel has been committed to safeguarding the money of others as if it were their own. This means more than just building a portfolio. It means they're invested in you and your future success. It means their advisors are real people, not just robots or algorithms. And it means doing what's best for you, not just people like you. Stiefel is one of the oldest firms on Wall Street because they do things the way they should be done, and they've done it that way for over 130 years. Stiefel, since 1890.
Well, 12:22 to go here in the first. As we welcome you back to the Enterprise Center. Panthers and Blues still locked up at 0. Good pace to this game right now. Blues out shooting the Panthers 2-1. A couple of chances. We saw right there, Torrey Krug just sailed wide, and Kyrou had one sail wide there as well. So Blues certainly getting their looks early in this game.
Over off the far wing, Butch Navich puts that puck to Brandon Saad. Back to Butch Navich. He shoots it to the goal. Knight makes the save. O'Reilly recovers the puck. And then his pass going to Rosen. Bounced over the stick of Callie Rosen. Quickly returned to the neutral zone. 41 points in 39 games this year for Pavel Buchnevich. Point-a-game player since coming to the Blues from the Rangers. He turns it over, entering the zone, and the Panthers skate down the left side. Take it all the way around to the far wing. Denisenko had it. We're going to end up with a tripping call, though, as he's chopped down. Tyler Tucker's going to go into the penalty box and give the Florida Panthers a power play in a scoreless first period. 11:39 to play.
St. Louis penalty number 75. 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, he's coming around the net. He's coming around with speed. He's looking for an option in front of the net. You're going to see Tyler Tucker. He's going to try to attack him there. He tries to make the poke check. And that's where that blade hits that front skate. And he bails out pretty hard, too. No embellishment there. He really got underneath that blade where he took him out. Led to a turnover there and maybe a call you got to make.
So the Panthers go to the power play. Blues to the Rottler Pest Control penalty kill. Shot gets blocked off Nick Leddy. O'Reilly and Achari defending out high. Leddy and Parayko, the two defensemen. Penalty kill for the Blues. Montour over to the right side for Florida from Barkov. Kachuk put it to the goal. Saved by Binnington. And O'Reilly battles for the puck. Clears it all the way down.
Just going to say, with Kachuk right there at the goal line, he's going to make some active plays. He's not shy about just taking it right to the net. He stays to the outside as it goes to the goal line to him. He tries to tuck it just to the left side of the ear of Jordan Binnington. Good shoulder save there.
Barkov sends it over to the right wing. Panthers dump it down and around. In, off of Falk, they can't clear. Into the slot. Montour with a shot. A blocker save by Binnington. Quick play to the middle of the ice. And it's knocked away by Falk. Slides it far wing. Florida will hold it in. They let it slide all the way through Reinhart to the near wing. Back over to Montour and into the corner now to Barkov. Good break up by Falk. Pushes the puck back to the wall. Barkov's going to grab it again for Florida. Up to the blue line to Montour to Ekblad. One-timer on. Save made by Binnington, who knew that shot was coming from the near circle. And the Panthers recover to the far wing. 0-0 the score. 41 seconds to go in the power play for the Panthers. Tucker in the box for tripping. Montour with a shot. It breaks the stick of Toropchenko as it hit the middle of the shaft. And the stick is now in two pieces. The puck over to the far side. Montour a drive, and that's blocked away by Toropchenko.
Yeah, look at the Blues players right there standing up, banging their sticks. That's tough to do. No stick here in a bad spot. Sit and duck right there for Toropchenko. Goes long body right there and takes that block. Not only the block, but it gets a great redirection of Callie Rosen in the clear.
Panthers get it into the front. Save made by Bennington. In off a skate it goes. Buchnevich on a backhand. He'll send it all the way down. Toropchenko got to the bench, and a new stick went from the hands of Andrew Dvorak to Mike Van Ryan to Ray Borelli. To that end of the bench for Toropchenko.
It takes a village, doesn't it?
Blues strip it. Pass up from Shen. We go back at even strength, and then the puck gets cleared out. And the linesman on the near side is saying delay of game penalty.
4-42, minor penalty, delay game.
So a delay of game penalty for Forsling. He'll go into the box, and when we come back, another power play for the Blues. 0-0 the score. 9:25 to go in the first. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Hey folks, Chris Kerber with you, and there's nothing quite like live hockey, especially when it's for the first time. Wells Fargo Advisors and the St. Louis Blues are partnering to offer the First Game program, giving hundreds of local kids an unforgettable first hockey game experience. With free tickets and a pregame hockey 101 course taught by myself and my partner Joe Vitale, Wells Fargo Advisors and the Blues are helping make first hockey memories that will last a lifetime. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Has it felt like life stood still this year, except for your worsening knee pain? If you've put off that joint replacement you need, now is the time. Mercy's joint replacement experts are ready to safely replace your knee so you can get back in motion. Get a free guide to knee replacement at mercy.net/bluesknee. Visit mercy.net/bluesknee for your free guide. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Experience the future of connectivity with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering the fastest speeds in the nation for $49.99 a month. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, free for 12 months. And a Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G, free for 12 months. That's Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com or your local Spectrum store today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Well, 9:25 to go here in the first. Blues, Panthers locked at 0. Blues about to head to their second power play. The first power play, Panthers did a heck of a job being very aggressive. Blues looked a little bit stunned by it, weren't prepared to move the puck as effectively, and see if they make some adjustments here.
Great win by Shen on the draw. Puck goes to Kyrou. They quickly close on him. Ekblad couldn't clear it. Krug kept it in. Thomas down the middle. Hot feed to Buchnevich. Too hot to handle.
Well, you see it right there.
Cleared out.
We're just talking about the pressure. After the face-off, Blues win it. It goes down to Kyrou, but Ekblad jumps Kyrou. He doesn't feel like he's coming. Blues got to be a little bit snappier. Understand this is going to be a pretty aggressive kill.
Blues send it off the end boards to Shen behind the net. Over to the far side. From Kyrou now to Thomas. Thomas straight away. Krug to Kyrou and a slap shot. Off the stick of Buchnevich, deflected wide of the net. Back to Thomas. Goal line for Shen. Shen sends it over to Kyrou in the high slot. Tried to pick his spot. It deflects off a stick to Thomas. Return to Krug. To the goal with Shen cutting through. They score! Spencer Knight didn't know where it was. It ricocheted off his skate and into the net. And a power play goal for Krug puts the Blues on top. 1-0. 8:33 to go. First period.
Braden Shen was right there, but he's saying no, it didn't touch him. I think this is going to be Torrey Krug's goal curves. You're right there. It's going to be the pass from Shen's going to go to Kyrou. The original shot's going to be blocked. The Blues hard on the puck. They recaptured. This may be Shen's goal. The shot's from the outside. It's going to look like it nicks or maybe grazes Braden Shen, but ultimately goes wide to the left of Spencer Knight, smokes the boards, comes back in front, and hits Spencer Knight's skate and goes right past the goal line. Again, you can certainly tell, by the way, who goes first in the line, and that was Krug, but if it missed Shen, it didn't miss him by much.
I think it was Krug's goal. Panthers get it for Hagee, near wing. Far corner, Kachuk, 1-0 Blues. Power play goal either way. And a puck to the near wing. Ekblad at even strength. Tried to put it to the net. Broken up by Perico. Chipped to the near wing and cleared by Blay. They do announce the goal to Torrey Krug. That power play goal means Ameren, Missouri donates another $500 to the Power Play Goals for Kids program, ensuring the kids achieve their goals. Verhage to the Blues zone, fans on a shot. The play broken up by Achari. Blues get 4 guys around the puck, and Barbashev looks to clear the zone. The Panthers there to hold it in. That was Forsling. He was in the box when the Blues scored that power play goal. Up to the blue line now, Montour to Forsling. Goes to shoot it. It hits 2 players in front. And Letty breaks to center. 3-on-2 for the Blues into the Florida zone. Blay, rink wide, a one-timer for Barbashev. He whiffed on it. And the puck cleared to Tkachuk at center. That missed him. And it's sent down in. Rosen will go to get it. And Rosen sends it right up the middle. Nice play to O'Reilly, skating it in. To Buchnevich in the corner. Wide open. Healy shoot. That's Tucker with a shot. He hit the crossbar.
Man, that would have been his first in the National Hockey League. Wouldn't that have been sweet?
Missed it by an inch. Or as Maxwell Smart would have said, by that much. Joe right now is looking up who Maxwell Smart is.
I'm trying to work through this right now.
6:47 to go. He had a telephone in his shoe. The puck comes in and put on net. Bennington will go over it.
I think
let me help you out.
Let me
help you out here. I was just about to tell you. Inspector Gadget came about because of Maxwell Smart.
Oh, okay. I thought Inspector Gadget was the original of all the Inspector Gadget things.
There's a TV show called Get Smart.
Get Smart. Now, there's a movie about that now.
Yes, there was. Maxwell Smart was the character. Said, would you believe he missed it by that much? And then Inspector Gadget came as a cartoon off of that inspiration.
Inspector Gadget. That was a great show.
I used to watch it all the time. I used to love the fact that they had that helicopter hat that he could fly wherever he wanted to go.
Use one of those.
Krug over the line, far side, and it's dumped down into the corner. A puck to the near side. Stahl will get it out to the red line. They bring it in over the blue line. Gudis rips a shot. That's blocked off Pitlick. Bodies fall. Blues clear. Comes back to the near side, and Mahura is going to dump it in.
Toropchenko almost took Cousins' head off right there. It's a second Florida player we've seen cut across the middle, and Toropchenko, there was no puck on the ice when he was looking at that collision right there. Just missed him, though. Both bodies went flying.
6 minutes to go. Opening period. 1-0 Blues. Power play goal by Krug. Only goal of the game so far. Second power play of the game for the Blues. Panthers have had one. Here's Lomberg skating it in. Over on the right side. He gets checked into the wall. Played 2 years of hockey at the University of Maine. Comes off the wall with it. His shot blocked away by Letty. Into the corner they go. And a quick shot coming right out in front. He tried to get that one loose and did so to Denisenko, who's looking for his first career NHL goal. It's his 22nd career NHL game. And the puck goes down into the behind the net for the Panthers as they tried to center. Thomas breaks it up.
Yeah, 2 great battle wins there by Lomberg to create 2 turnovers, and both of them ended up being strong chances here for Florida.
Thomas with a pass. It ends up behind Kyrou. Panthers send it the other way. Go to the bench on a line changes. Callie Rosen will play the puck. Matthew Tkachuk is on him. Rosen keeps his balance. Deflects that puck into the Florida zone with Barbashev chasing. And Tkachuk sends that back to Stahl. Circles the net with Achari on him. Over to the far wing it goes to Verhage. Out to Tkachuk, now to Bennett. Trying to skate in, and he chipped it over the stick of Bennington. But over the goal as well. Blay gets to it far side. And right in front of the G on the Geico sign along the dashboard. He clears it up ice. Achari's going to chase it all the way down. And the forecheck keeps it in for the Blues. Blay shooting it. Low and wide of the net. Off of Florida stick it goes. And Tkachuk will clear it out. Settled down on that gorgeous blue note at center ice by Krug. Barbashev has it inside the zone. Off of Blay. Holds it along the wall. Makes the play to the corner. Barbashev moves that one to O'Reilly. Now to Krug. One-timer on. And over to the far wing. Recovered by Barbashev. Wide open. Falk. High slot. Shooting and Knight with a stick save. A puck goes to the corner. It's cleared out. And the Blues are coming right back in. Played by Falk over the line. O'Reilly down to the corner on the near wing. Makes the play off the wall to Buchnevich. He's held off the boards, but the Blues get it back. And then Saad thought he had Falk. An angled pass off the wall. Goes all the way down the ice. The Blues get it around to Parayko and clear their own zone as they try to make a partial change. And a frustrated Brandon Saad goes to the bench.
Yeah, he's had a couple tough ones in the offensive zone. First one led to a 2-on-1 on the shorthanded, and then right there, plenty of good offensive zone time for that line. He tries to go to Falk up the wall. Falk's walking towards the middle of the blue line as we got an icing here. Falk's then going to walk to the blue line. Brandon Saad's head's down. He's expecting to be on the boards there, and if he makes that play, the puck stays alive, and you got Matthew Tkachuk out there. A lot of Florida Panthers players tired because of that misstep and not seeing him walk that line. That's a clear, and Florida gets a full line change.
A big shout out, hello, and good luck to Ron Kulpa, Major League Baseball umpire from St. Louis. Makes his home now down in Florida, Joe, but he's a huge Blues fan, as you know, and he's tuning in tonight's game via the app, as we know a lot of people are. And good luck to him, as in about 2 weeks he's about to get going on yet another baseball season.
Busy season coming up soon.
He was the crew chief, came back from a concussion, was the crew chief in that last homestand for the Cardinals this year. So the puck goes to Shen, now to Thomas. They work it into the middle. It's broken up by Florida. They made him the crew chief because he's from St. Louis, and it was such a big game that those last games of Yachty and Pujols.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty neat thing the Major League Baseball did. Tucker on the backhand, now to the near wing, and Thomas is going to dump the puck in. 1-0 Blues, 2:53 to go in the first. Comes to the near side. Forsling will go in behind the net. Make the play to the right side. It's brought out to Cousins. Left wing now to Stahl. With Smith going to the goal. Here's a shot from Stahl. Wide of the net. Binnington might have got a glove on it. And the Blues break it out. Toropchenko takes it in. But he shoveled it to the corner, and that puck broken up there by Brandon Montour. Now from Stahl to the neutral zone to his brother. How many times did that happen growing up? And over to the far side. Cleared back around to the point. Montour not there. It came out. Panthers go to dump it in, and here's Parayko. Up ice. Look out. Walker runs right into Stahl, entering the zone. Good reach by Toropchenko to keep it in. Put it high off the net to the back of the goal. Picked away by Pitlick. Tries to spin that one around Stahl. Nice play. Moves it over to the far wing. Keeps it live for the Blues. Now to Blais. Backhand to the front. Forehand. Tucks it on goal. Knight the save. Now to Falk. He's got it on the backhand straight away and chucks it into the corner. Blais will pick it back up. Falk looking for some options at the line. Nowhere to go but dump it in deep. And around from Barbashev. Right back to Blais in the middle of the ice. Now off of Falk down low. His pass to Barbashev. Pulled away by Stahl, who then sidesteps Barbashev.
Wow,
came over to hit him. Then Stahl's going to shove Barbashev down. This one comes out of the zone.
Barbashev, he had his number. He had his name ready to tattoo him. He missed it clean. Got the worst of it right there as he went flying into the boards there.
Joe, I have an autographed Barbashev jersey, you know.
I know you do.
1:13 to go in the first. Puck coming over the line. Left side. Tkachuk shooting it. Save. Bennington. But Buchnevich will clear off the far wall.
Well, we saw an earlier chance there as well for Sammy Blais. What a power move. He's starting to feel it, isn't he? Goal in his debut the other night for St. Louis, and right there, just can't tuck it in underneath Spencer Knight's legs.
Puck cleared by the Blues to O'Reilly at center. Little flick of the puck to the near wing to Buchnevich. Gets it over the line from Rosen. Coming back to the near wing, and Buchnevich there to hold it in. And then as he gets knocked down along the wall by Barkov, Blues go to swat it back, and look at the way the Blues are just stripping the puck again. Barkov took it right back from Buchnevich. Skates it over the line to Tkachuk. Tkachuk into the middle, leaves it, Forsling down, shoots it on Binnington. Huge save with 24 seconds to go. Saad will get it to center and chip it into the offensive zone.
Wow, what a save right there. Tkachuk pulls up, finds the defenseman late as Barkov's flying through the net. No, none of the Blues accounted for him right there. That was just one-on-one. Huge save for Binnington late.
Lundell over the line, rolls it down into the corner. Over to the far side from Reinhart. Pinched along the wall by Shen. Letty gets to it, passes it into the skates of Parayko, but the period comes to a close. Good period for the Blues, Joe, and one of the best things we saw in that period was some pretty good relentlessness on that puck.
I was going to say that the pressure in the offensive zone, you know, the term the Blues have started to use more and more is don't let the other team breathe. Just don't allow them easy exits. Don't allow them to make an easy pass. Be right on their hip. Be constantly in their shadow. And that's what we saw there in that first 20 minutes. You know, the shots are actually favoring the Florida Panthers. A bit shocked by that. I think the more possession has been for the St. Louis Blues. They're a team that takes their time with shots. They're not going to rush much, but I think a lot of great offensive zone time. And when they lost that puck, they worked like dogs to get it back.
All right, Alex, good first period for the Blues. And a good follow-up to the third period in the last game.
Absolutely, and see if they can continue to build off of that once we hit the second period. We'll talk to you fellas then, but first we've got our on-the-run intermission report to get to. We'll react to that first period. We're also going to hear a little from Darren Pang talking about the Blues' victory on Saturday and Ryan O'Reilly's return. All of that coming your way next as the Blues lead the Panthers 1-0 after the first. Alex Ferrario with you. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. This is Alex Ferrario, proud alumni of Lindenwood University. I tell people I would not be where I am at in my career without my education and experience built from my time at Lindenwood. Now a proud member of the NCAA Division I. They've got over 100 degree programs, 49 competitive sports teams, 50 student club organizations. What more can you ask for to discover your passion at LU? Schedule a visit or apply today at lindenwood.edu. Lindenwood University, real experience, real success.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
As the official partner of the St. Louis Blues, Enterprise is as driven by our home team as you are. If your car is ever in the penalty box, we can assist with a replacement vehicle. Blare a Let's Go Blues from our truck horns. Go on a breakaway with an Enterprise Exotic. And Enterprise sells more quality 1 to 3-year-old used vehicles than you can throw a towel at. Connecting Blues fans to the team we all love. Enterprise, official partner of the St. Louis Blues.
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning Super Bowl 57.
Super Bowl 57 MVP Patrick Mahomes joining us.
We battled, man. It was a tough season that everybody persevered through, and we had a lot of young guys that stepped up in big moments, and it built for today. Being down 10 points to the best team in the league in the Super Bowl, and the guys not flinching, is knowing that we're going to find a way to win this game. It's special, and I'm glad we're going to have a lot of these guys back, and it's going to be a great season next one too.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the SXM app.
The Blues are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the St. Louis Blues and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/blues. That's Ticketmaster.com/blues.
Are you expecting a new teammate? Missouri Baptist Medical Center provides a personalized birthing experience for your growing family. New parents can expect a quiet environment with expert labor nurses and a NICU for the unexpected. During this hockey season, all babies born at MoBap will become part of the MoBap Baby Blue Nose Club and receive an exclusive onesie with a certificate signed by Hall of Famer Brett Hull. And just for taking a tour of the Childbirth Center, MoBap will donate a pack of diapers to a local family in need. Get ready to welcome your new teammate and learn more at mobapbaby.org.
Sorovchenko turns it over. Bennett checked down by Achari. Huge check. As this one comes to the near side. It was actually Sam Reinhart that was knocked down by Achari.
Boy, he got popped hard. Head down, coming right across the middle of the ice there. Achari's not going to pass up on that hit.
Blues brought the physicality in this one. That's back-to-back games with back-to-back hits from that Sammy Blade, Noel Acciari, and Ivan Barbashev line. Total of 10 hits in that first period, 6-4 in favor of the Panthers. Welcome, everyone, into our On the Run intermission report, your official coffee partner of the St. Louis Blues. Get a $1 coffee every Blues game day at On the Run, participating locations only, as the Blues lead the Panthers 1-0 after the first period. And the Blues, even though they were outshot 9-7 as it stands currently between the Florida Panthers and St. Louis, the Blues had more scoring chances. According to Natural Stat Trick, specifically at even strength, they had 7 of them, including one high danger scoring chance. So a lot of puck possession time on a goaltender that has not been in net since January 8th.
Over off the far wing, Buchnevich puts that puck to Brandon Saad, back to Buchnevich. He shoots it to the goal. Knight makes the save. Picked away by Pitlick. Tries to spin that one around Stahl. Nice play. Moves it over to the far wing. Keeps it live for the Blues. Now to Blais. Back in to the front forehand. Tucks it on goal. Knight the save. Nice play to O'Reilly, skating it in. To Buchnevich in the corner. Wide open. Here they shoot. That's Tucker with a shot. He hit the crossbar.
Really like the way that Sammy Blais line has played. They only came away with one shot on goal, but defensively, out of the 7 shots for St. Louis, 2 came from Torrey Krug, and 2 came from Justin Falk. And that leads us to the first goal of the hockey game on their second power play of the first period. And this one wouldn't even be an actual shot on goal.
Chen sends it over to Kyrou in the high slot. Tried to pick his spot. It deflects off a stick to Thomas. Return to Krug. To the goal with Chen cutting through. They score! Torrey Krug! The puck hit off the end boards. Came out. Spencer Knight didn't know where it was. It ricocheted off his skate and into the net. And a power play goal for Krug puts the Blues on top. 1-0. 8:33 to go. First period.
Flashback to the old Joe Louis Arena boards there. The puck just bounces off of it, right off of the back of the skate of Spencer Knight and into the back of the net. A power play goal for St. Louis, and Torrey Krug with his 6th goal of the season. Then he also had a couple of big-time saves from Jordan Binnington, who saw 7 scoring chances and 2 high dangers.
Blues set it up to Saad, but they turn it over. Panthers 2-on-1. Lomberg bringing it in with Stahl. He shoots, and Binnington got a piece. The puck went high and wide. Off of Falk, they can't clear. Into the slot. Montour with a shot. A blocker save by Binnington. Kachuk into the middle. Leaves it. Forsling down. Shoots it on. Binnington. Huge save with 24 seconds to go.
So overall, a strong period for St. Louis as they sit on top 1-0 against the Panthers. Again, shots 9-7 in favor of Florida Blues. 1 for 2 on their Ameren Missouri power play report. 0 for 1, or I should say 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. 0 for 1 for Florida on the power play. And the Blues win the faceoff battle 56-44%. That's our scoring recap from the first period. It is the On the Run intermission report with 43 stores all over town. Money-saving deals on tires and auto service is going to be the second intermission. This one is the On the Run, the official coffee partner of the St. Louis Blues. You get a $1 coffee every Blues game day at On the Run, participating locations only. We'll take a break. We'll come back here from Darren Pang of Bally Sports Midwest, get his thoughts on the Blues victory Saturday, and the captain, Ryan O'Reilly. 1-0 Blues on top of the Panthers. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Delta Dental helps you unleash your smile power with plans for any budget. So, whether you're an individual looking for coverage for you or your family, or an employer looking for affordable options, trust the nation's leading provider of dental benefits, Delta Dental. For individuals and families, that means keeping you and your smile healthy. For businesses, it means providing affordable and hassle-free options for companies of all sizes, big or small. And remember, when you offer a leading dental plan like Delta Dental to your employees, you'll keep the best talent productive and satisfied. Find the right individual, family, or group plan at DeltaDentalMO.com.
Hi, folks. This is Chris Kerber, and the experts at Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and everything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. I've used them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. Fast Signs in Earth City, a proud partner of the St. Louis Blues.
Dear road rivals, let's talk about extra. Toyota offers tons of extra with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan good for 2 years or 25,000 miles. No-cost oil changes, no-cost tire rotations, no-cost fluid level adjustments, and more. That's a whole lot of extra at no cost from Toyota. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance, and that's the kind of extra nobody needs. Try harder. Toyota.
Based on manufacturer's data as of 3/21/2022, covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever occurs first. See participating dealer for coverage details.
Basement with a Y. That's Basement E.
It's Basement T.
Basement E?
It's Basement T.
Oh, Basement T. Basement T. I get it. That's the basement waterproofing and foundation repair experts at Woods Basement Systems.
Right. The all things Basement T experts at Woods Basement Systems will provide you a free estimate and dry out that wet basement and fix that cracked foundation. Call 800-388-9326 or go online to woodsbasementsystems.com.
That's woodsbasementsystems.com.
intermission report. Alex Ferrario with you. 1-0 Blues lead the Panthers after the first. Second period coming up in a bit with Curbs and Joey. But now we get to our Know Your Blues segment. Darren Pang, Valley Sports Midwest. And, of course, you see him on TNT also. Joined our morning show on our flagship station, 101 ESPN. Talk about the Blues' success and to talk about the captain.
What's it like in a dressing room right now? Here we are just a couple of weeks away from the trade deadline. Take us inside, especially for a team like the Blues.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of ebbs and flows and emotional, I guess, gamuts of emotion would be the best way to describe what's gone on inside that room. I'm sure there's times where the leadership core has grabbed, has grabbed a hold of it and felt like they were getting the team in the right direction. And then there's probably been more times than not times of, okay, what do we have to do here to get everybody on board? You know that feeling. And Carrie, you've been in the rooms, and I know that NFL locker rooms are a heck of a lot bigger, but you can kind of sense when you're in the room where everybody's at. Is everybody tugging on the same rope, or where are we? Why can't I get that guy into the middle of this battle that we're in, or why can't I get that guy? Where's everybody at? So I think there has been some inconsistencies in where it's been in the locker room, but now I would say this, and I've been on a couple of teams at the deadline where, oh boy. Yeah, the guy beside me that I ride to the rink with every day, the guy that my wife loves his wife and their family, and you take that guy away, this is going to be really disappointing. And I think at this point, because March 3rd is around the corner, and we still have players that it appears to be imminent that they're moved along, I think that's where you kind of want to cherish and enjoy whatever time you have left with those guys, and so I think that's where they're at right now, and they just want to make sure that they win on their way out towards any trades potentially at the deadline.
I felt that way when O'Reilly scored that game-winning goal the other night. It felt like it was much bigger than just a game winner. It was almost like they understood the moment and what was taking place, and really all of the conversation that has been around Ryan O'Reilly and whether or not he would be here in a couple of weeks. Did you get that sense as well?
I was very happy for Ryan O'Reilly. Let me put it that way, and I think the whole team was as well, Kerry. I think you're right on the mark. It's like, everybody's looking out after the captain. I mean, for what he's done for the city. For what he's done for, oh my goodness, you ask Ryan O'Reilly to go to the basement of a church and speak to 7 people. He'll go to the basement of the church and speak to 7 people. You know what I mean? He's just a good person. He's a good person. He's a good teammate. He's a good leader. He's been a great player for the Blues. And the good news is that from what I understand is that there's the communication factor is still there, and his agents, the guys that represent him at Newport, are reportedly, coming into town this week and sitting down with Army. So, I'm sure they want to lay everything out on the table. They want communication to be open and make sure that there's a game plan here going forward. But, Kerry, when he scores the goal like that and he's coming back off a broken foot and only skated from Monday, Monday to Saturday, and a lot of those skates were not with, competitive skates. They were just on his own. I was really impressed with what he did and how he did it. So everybody was pretty excited for Ryan.
Hey, Panger, one more thing. And I have no idea whether or not Toronto and the Blues would engage. I don't know if Toronto could afford Ryan O'Reilly. But I think about Ryan O'Reilly with that group of players that you're going to see tomorrow night. You put Ryan O'Reilly on the Toronto Maple Leafs, and all of a sudden they're challenging Boston for a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and I'm leery of jumping ahead and even speculating what you just said, but you're right. Let's just hypothetically say any team, let's say any contending team or any team that's on the bottom end and think they can get up. Like the Pittsburgh Penguins are always a team that added that veteran guy, down the stretch. They did that.
There you go. That's Darren Pang with our morning show, The Opening Drive. Check it out on our podcast page, 101ESPN.com. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, get you some score updates. We'll start the second period. 1-0 Blues lead the Panthers. Alex Ferrario with you. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Is it time to make some updates to your home? Chris Kerber here, and let me tell you, there's no better value than new flooring from Boardwalk Hardwood Floors. I'm a customer. They help me figure out the stairs and flooring in my home, and they will take care of you. Boardwalk is a local, family-owned company in our community for 25 years. Visit one of the 4 area locations and online at boardwalkhardwood.com. You want quality flooring at a great price? Go to Boardwalk. 9 years as a proud partner of your St. Louis Blues, boardwalkhardwood.com.
The St. Louis Blues win with hard work, grit, and determination. Qualities they bring to the ice night after night. My Brand Promo, the preferred promotional products partner of the Blues, brings the same qualities to the work they do as well. Whether it's a championship ring or a tumbler giveaway to a sold-out arena or promotional items for your company or event, My Brand Promo has the knowledge and expertise to make every event a winner every time. For all your promotional needs, choose the partner the Blues choose. My Brand Promo. MyBrandPromo.com. That's MyBrandPromo.com.
Chicken Out is a new restaurant concept brought to you by your friends at Sugarfire Smokehouse and High Point Drive-In. Chicken Out is serving up the city's best fried chicken sandwiches. You've got 2 locations to choose from, one in the iconic Del Mar Loop and the second spot in Kirkwood that offers a drive-thru. Their menu covers it all, including a Nashville hot chicken sandwich to a plant-based faux chicken breast that can be added to any salad or sandwich on the menu. They even have tenders and mac and cheese for the little peeps. Download the new app for easy online ordering and rewards. And make sure to follow their social media channels for specials and more information. Let's go Blues!
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking. And you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving coming full circle at the parking spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Blues. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today. That's theparkingspot.com.
Everything is better on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
You get our Enterprise Rent-A-Car driver on the lead, proud hometown partner of your St. Louis Blues. A couple of Central Division games tonight. The Canadians leading the Blackhawks 1-0. That's going to the third period. No score between the Jets and Kraken in the first period. No score between the Stars and Bruins with 10 minutes to go in the first period. And the Avalanche taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning later on tonight. That's our Enterprise Rent-A-Car driver on the league. Let's drive back to Curbs and Joey and start a second period where the Blues lead the Panthers 1-0.
All right, Alex, thank you very much. Hey, tonight is Pink at the Rink night, and as we kick off the second period, we want to welcome in Melody Schaefer, the Community Health Manager at Siteman Cancer Center. You know, of course, we've got such a great relationship with Siteman Cancer Center and do different cancer awareness nights, but of course, Pink at the Rink comes to the battle that so many women have when it comes to breast cancer. Melody, thanks for giving us some time tonight. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
How did Joe treat you for the video board? Did you do okay in the intermission on the video board?
Yeah, it went really well.
She's got a second career. I told her, just don't come after my job. She was that good. She was terrific.
Well, according to the CDC, each year in the United States, about 264,000 cases of breast cancer are diagnosed in women and about 2,400 in men. Yeah. And so it's an important half of this period as we will kind of walk you through some of those numbers, some of the preventive needs, and then some of the abilities that Siteman Cancer Center has for you. Face off at center ice. Bennett wins it. Panthers have the puck, and it comes to the near wing. So they did turn around and credit that goal to Braden Shen.
I thought it went off him, but it was weird the way he sent Torrey Krug ahead of him. I think it grazed his jersey a little bit.
I think that's a nitpicky one. Here's Kachuk into the zone on the near wing. They get it on the slot and a nice defensive play. Blues knock it away. Shin with Kyrou and Parayko. Shin shoots. He scores! Braden Shin rips it in.
Well, Panthers in the offensive zone. They're going to find Verhaeghe. It's going to be Kachuk to Verhaeghe. He's going to slide right down the middle of the ice. He's going to get it. He's going to go to rip this puck. It's actually going to be a great defensive play there, stripped by Jordan Kyrou. Gets a stick on it, and then it's off to the races. Ekblad's the only player back. It turns into a 3-on-1. What a chance here by Braden Shen. And just great vision to shoot this puck. as Verhaeghe, the player that lost the puck, he actually gets back in time, takes away a passing lane. So Braden Shen on a 3-on-1 opts to shoot this puck far side, low glove on Spencer Knight. Second of the game, 2-0 Blues. Great shot there.
So Braden Shen gets his second of the hockey game. He now has 15 on the year. And he's got 41 points in 53 games as the Panthers now trail 2-0. And they work it up ice and dump it in. Reinhart chasing after it. It's coming around to the near side. Off puts Navitz to the neutral zone. Falk will go to center. Dump it down into the corner. And that puck played along the near wing. Ryan O'Reilly rolls that one down to Brandon Saad. Works it around Montour over to the far wing. Leaves it at the blue line for Justin Falk. He'll take a wrist shot. It's off Barbashev right in front. Battles against Barkov on the rebound. And it's over to Achari to the blue line for Rosen, but the puck comes out of the zone.
Yeah, smart play by Callie Rosen. About a 50-50 puck right there. He opts just to kind of move outside the zone. Yeah, you give up possession in the offensive zone, but you don't want to give up an odd-man rush, especially because the Blues just scored recently.
Off the far wing. Panthers will clear that puck out. It's coming right back the other way. Blay's going to take it in over the line and rim it over to the far wing. Nice play by Rosen, but at the point it ended up coming just off his stick and out. So the Blues have to tag up as Radko Gudas brings the puck up the ice, snaps that one ahead, and it goes off Achari up over the glass and out of play. Melody, how important is just making a simple awareness about breast cancer to you all, but then not just the awareness, but the preventative steps?
It's one of the most important things that we can do. Our recommendation and the guidelines are at the age of 40 that annual mammogram should start, but everyone, regardless their age, should be talking to their doctor about their personal risk of cancer, the folks in their family that have had cancer, because those screens might start sooner.
What does Siteman have from a technology standpoint that makes them so special?
We use 3D mammography, which is the best technology that we have. What that does is it provides a really clear read of the breast tissue. So that radiologist, when they read that screen, they're able to scroll through the images kind of like a book or an iPad, Kindle screen, and look millimeter by millimeter to really see what's going on. Best for early detection, best for less false alarms, if you will.
Pink of the rink here at Enterprise Center. Ekblad's going to come off the wall with a puck, and he deflects off of Bennington up over the glass and out of play. What does a patient-responsive approach mean?
It means that we really put the patient at the center of our care. Every patient's going to have, their own background, their own diagnosis, and so we really look at what that patient needs. So there might be different treatments. Someone might have chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery, or some combination thereof, and it really depends that that patient's going to be at the center of those conversations.
2-0 Blues lead. Shen with both goals in the game. They looked at the review, and apparently that puck in the first period went off of him. So he's got 2. The Blues have the lead. He's on the ice. The pass comes to Tucker. To Shen. Oh, for the deflection. Just missed. And that puck gets cleared to the far point, passes Rosen, and is brought back to Tucker on the near wing.
Yeah, looking for the hat trick on the doorstep right there. That would have been a natural one. Good play there by Tucker. Shen just gets tied up last second.
Pass coming around to the near side. Tyler Tucker, he hit the post earlier in the game, bidding for his first NHL goal. Now behind the net, Shen from Thomas to the blue line. Tucker puts it right back behind the goal. Robert Thomas has it. 3.5 gone, second period of play. Coming down the left wing is Tucker. No backhander behind the net. Goes around to Kyrou, coming through to Thomas. Good stick on the play. That's knocked away by Stahl, but the Blues keep it. Rosen on the backhand moves in and pushes the backhanded puck to the net. Comes off of Kyrou, and the Panthers will look to clear. Giovanni Smith got a piece of it. Sent it off of Ekblad down into the net. Comes off of Kyrou, and the Panthers will look to clear. Giovanni Smith got a piece of it. Sent it off of Ekblad down into the Blues zone. That's an icing call coming up. Hi, Melody, let's talk prevention for our fans here. What are some very important preventative measures?
So the first thing that we really want to talk about is that annual screening mammogram. that is going to be the age of 40 screening that starts, but there are other lifestyle behaviors that we recommend for cancer prevention. Not just talking to your doctor about your family risk, but asking about genetic counseling, talking about, healthy diet, healthy lifestyles, really looking at our behaviors and seeing in ways that we can prevent either through, healthy foods, exercise, limited alcohol, limited, tobacco. Those are ways that we can prevent cancers.
Here's Buchnevich on the near side. Chucks the puck to the far wing. Pink at the rink night. As the Blues continue the great partnership with Siteman Cancer Center. Puck coming around to the near wing. Down along the boards. Off of Krug to Buchnevich. Moves that to Falk. Falk's on his backhand off the wall to Krug. And he chucks it into the far corner. O'Reilly's going to pick it up. Saucers it straight away to Buchnevich. Fakes the shot. Now dishes to Krug. Walks in behind the net and he skates behind the goal. 5 points in 6 games for Krug as that puck gets rimmed around by the Panthers, sent all the way down the ice. And how do people find out more about Siteman Cancer Center?
There's a couple of ways that you can find out about us. You can visit our website, siteman.woostel.edu. You can also call our number. It's 1-800-600-3606. You can follow our social medias. We're pretty accessible, and you can really look to different ways to see where you can schedule your mammogram.
And what does early detection mean in terms of chance of survival?
When a cancer is caught in its earliest detection or its earliest stages for breast cancer, we see nearly a 100% survival rate at the 5 years. And a mammogram can detect a cancer up to 3 years earlier than a clinical breast exam or that touch exam. So that's why the mammogram is so important. So certainly do a clinical breast self-exam, but make sure that the mammogram itself is also happening.
And you're doing this all in that big bus.
We do have a mobile mammography unit, yes.
Where do people find that bus?
We are all over St. Louis in our parking lots. You might see us at grocery stores, at churches, health fairs, corporations, and we really try and make sure that we're accessible to the community for folks for either convenient care, we're right there at the grocery store, or for folks that might have a little bit harder time to make it to one of our cancer centers.
Blues get it. Parayko to the far wing. We talk things over with Melody Schaefer, the community health manager at Siteman Cancer Center, and the Panthers will get to it, bring it out. Create a 2-on-1. They go over the line. Tkachuk back to Montour. Tkachuk's grabbing his face. Nobody saw a stick come up and hit him. And then as Thomas plays the puck over to the far wing, it's brought over to Kyrou. Shoots it. He hits the post. And off the far wing, it goes in behind the net. 14:20 to go, second period. 2-0 Blues, both goals by Shen.
Spencer Knight, the goaltender here for Florida Curves, he has not looked very composed all game long. Just seems a little skittish. And these pucks that are hitting the post are going right by him there. Even that one that went off his heel for Torrey Krug, just a little bit slow to make some of these saves here.
Little different jam in the lineup with Tucker along the blue line and Blay up front, isn't it?
Yeah, big pop from both those guys near side wall right there. Some heaviness between those two bodies.
And on the ice with Achari, who leads the team in hits. Now Blay, far wing, hits the trailer. Barbashev on the back end, saved by Knight. Over to Blay out of the corner for the Blues. Behind the net to Barbashev, left alone. Now Montour forces him wide to the far wing. Bouncing puck backhanded by Barbashev towards the corner. That gets cut off and glanced to the neutral zone. Barkov to Reinhart. Reinhart moves it in, cuts to the middle, shoots it on, and Binnington there to make the save. 13:27 to go, second period. Melody, thank you very much for coming on and joining us today. We'll keep getting the word out. Thanks for to Siteman Cancer Center for helping us with Make It the Rink Night.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a quick break, come back in a moment. 2-0 Blues. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof, Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
88,000 satisfied customers since 1929. Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
Fitness will always be about keeping a routine. And the best routines in life will always make time for enjoying yourself. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Every year, Blues fans dream of another championship. It takes a great team to get it done. One with strength, strategy, and amazing execution. Same goes for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors offers a strong financial team with insightful strategies and innovative planning tools to help you reach your goals. Hey, we all have dreams, but do you have a financial team that's invested in you? Wells Fargo Advisors. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC. Member SIPC.
Pyro Signs has been a premier sign provider in both the Midwest and nationally for over 50 years. Anywhere you look in St. Louis, you'll see a Pyro sign. Pyros can design, fabricate, install, and service any type of sign, neon, graphic, or video display. That's why Pyro Signs is your one-stop comprehensive sign solution, no matter how big or small. Call 636-464-0200 or visit pyrosigns.com. Pyro Signs, the official sign company of your St. Louis Blues.
Well, 13:24 to go here in second period. 2-0 Blues over the Panthers. 2 goals courtesy of Braden Shen. It's pink at the rink. And there's one young lady I got to give a shout out to, Curbs. It's Lindsay Ann. She's in the building. She's in section 319, just below us. She beat cancer.
That's awesome.
And she is in the building here tonight. So I want to give a great shout out to you, Lindsay. Great job on your fight with cancer. Really happy you're here in the building with us here tonight, and wish you well moving forward in your recovery here.
That early detection is so important, isn't it?
Really is. I mean, you hear what Melody was saying right there. Amazing. 100% if they can grab it at the right time. And the 3D images they have from these mammograms now, from where it's come from a long time ago, it's fascinating. And those buses are all over town that they can find them anywhere now, so you don't have to go to the cancer center itself. And basically got them mobily all over the place for all these women out there. And men too, Curbs, like she said, 2,000 a year, over 2,000 a year. And I asked her about the men specifically, and she said, you don't need to get annual ones like women do at 40, but if you have a history in your family, it's something definitely check out.
Blues get it over to Butch Navich in behind the net. Tried to center it. It's going around to the far side. Parayko's going to chop it towards the middle, and it's blocked away, cleared out. And then trying to move it up ice and skate it over the line. Getting it in is Anton Lundell, and Parayko just took it away, chucks it right up the ice, and that's O'Reilly now to Butch Navich right into the Florida zone. That's making sure Florida doesn't get a chance to change. It's picked right back up, and Barkov will have it. 12:35 to go. We're in the second period. The puck gets dumped down into the corner. Falk moves it in behind the net. It's brought around to Krug. Off the wall it comes. That one ends up through Toropchenko. Now to Pitlick moving in. Forsling and Pitlick. Toropchenko stole it in behind the goal. Wins that battle with Pitlick. Tyler Pitlick moves it up to the blue line to Torrey Krug into some traffic. Shot gets put on goal. And Spencer Knight will make the save. Hey, life is a series of moments, big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. And Edward Jones Financial Advisor wants you to make the most of all of them. Visit EdwardJones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Really good play there by Tyler Pitlick and Toropchenko, both working together down there behind the net. Hard on the puck, both spinning out, protecting it. Eventually gets the puck up to Torrey Krug. Good net front screen, and Torrey Krug, who has been shooting the puck here tonight, no doubt. I think it was third or fourth attempt at the net right there. This one gets trapped right in the gut of Spencer Knight.
Oh, here's a quick shot from Rosen off the glove of Knight. Again, this Panthers team played in Minnesota last night, won in a shootout. The puck coming around to the near side. Terrific tenacity by Pitlick to stay on the puck. They battle to try to knock it loose to all. Both of them trying to pull it away, and it's flipped up into the air and lands in the neutral zone. Cousins gets to it. Feeds Montour entering the zone on the far side. Shot off the end boards. It comes in behind the net. Cousins goes to center. Bennington is there. This one's pulled back the other way. Puck taken away to the near side. Backhanded shot, and that one goes over the crossbar. Off the near side. Walker gets a piece of it as he clears it out.
Yeah, Callie Rosen coming out of the zone gets stripped by Smith. Turnover, 2-on-1 right in front of the net. Look at Bennington. His stick's way out. The paddle's there ready for the poke check.
Off the wall it comes. Down to Braden Shen. Backhands it to Rosen. Gets it past Bennett. Sends it over. Forsling will pick it up. Forsling is from Linköping, Sweden, which is where the Blues played a preseason game against the Swedish elite team there back in 2009 when they made the trip over to Stockholm. to the near wing. Up ice it comes. Thomas tries to rush it past Gudis and does, but he falls down. Panthers are there to quickly clear it out. Reinhart 3-on-3 into the Blues zone. He's got a trailer. Reinhart lost a good sweep with a stick by Nick Leddy. Again, if you're just joining us, Leddy playing in his 900th career National Hockey League game. The majority of which were 7 seasons spent with the New York Islanders, but he began his career with the Chicago Blackhawks, won the Stanley Cup with them in 2013. Blues, of course, acquired him from Detroit. Schen's going to get the puck into the zone, but Barkov pulls it away. So the Blues change lines in a 2-0 game. Blues lead. Panthers bring it up ice. Right side to Gudis. And this shot goes wide of the net. Panthers get it near wing. Slap shot right on. What a save by Bennington. He adjusts the mask. Puck comes in on him. Wrap-around attempt from Lomberg. Missed him. And it's cleared by Blay to the neutral zone.
Yeah, he took that one up high curve. Look at him. He's trying to fix his grabbing arm, his catching arm. Now he's going to fix his pad beneath. He's all kinds of jumbled up right there. He could use a whistle right now.
He adjusts the pads. He gets the glove back on. Sets himself up. The crossbar hits the name on the back of his jersey. So the Blues get it defensively and clear to the neutral zone. Over to Blay. He shields the puck with his butt. Hey, listen.
Use your
You
gifts.
can use what the good Lord gave you. If it's a backside,
yes,
you can defend with it.
Might as well use it if you got it.
Protects you when you fall, can protect the puck with it as well.
Yeah, we learned that earlier last year.
Yep. Panthers on the far wing, shoot it to the net, steered to the near side by Bennington. Ekblad, he'll take it down into the corner. Walking around in front, man, he got it all the way to the front of the goal. Never got the shot fully on net, and Buchnevich will clear.
That's a heck of a move there. Kind of slippery right to the right side of Bennington.
Falk shoots a rolling puck to the net. Spencer Knight will steer it away. Ekblad, who was the first overall pick in the 2014 draft. This is his man at center. It's going to go all the way down the ice. I don't know what Smith did there, but Kelly Sutherland quickly skated up to make sure he said something to Smith. Valentine's Day. They're playing the song Love Stinks.
Love Stinks. The wedding singer.
And just for the record, I didn't ask him to do that. All right?
Love Stinks.
8:30 to go. We're in the second period. Blues 2, Panthers 0. Rosen looks to clear it out. How many years of dating should it be, or togetherness, before you're taken off the hook for Valentine's Day?
That's a great question. It's definitely not 17. I learned that the hard way today, Curbs.
Blues battle for the puck. In front, they can't quite get to it, and it's coming out. All right, so we know that it's not 17. That's our over-under.
It's longer than 17. I know that.
Smith goes to the corner. Off the wall. They tried to center. Bennington, nice save off the left leg. Thomas will pick the loose puck up and clear the zone.
Yeah, Stahl, a little bit of an interference there on Bennington. It gives him a nice little cross-check pop right at the end.
Panthers shoot it in. Tried to center the puck, and it's picked away. Nice move by Pitlick to bring it around. Skates it out of the zone, but Verhaeghe knocked it loose. And it's coming right back in on the tape of Tkachuk. He goes to fire it. It fell off his stick. Rim to the near side. Verhaeghe to the blue line. Looks for Montour. There he is. Slapper right on. No rebound. And there's 7:18 to go in the second period of play. 2-0. The St. Louis Blues have the lead. You can enter to win the Great Clips Convenience Pack all season long on BlueNatics.stlouisblues.com for the most convenient way to enjoy the game. With 2 loaded value tickets, parking pass, and a free haircut from Great Clips. Proud partner of the St. Louis Blues, Great Clips. It's going to be great. All right, Joe, hockey halftime.
You know, sometimes you hear things or you read things and you wish, doggone it, I wish I wouldn't have read that or heard that, because it's something I can never unhear, unread again.
You can say some things about unsee, too.
Yes, unsee, yeah. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. They had the Kiss cam up a little bit ago, and every time I see a Kiss now, Curbs, I go back to the origin of a kiss. This is something I wish would leave my memory, but apparently this is for all you Valentine's lovers out there wanting to kiss your spouse or girlfriend or significant other. This is where it comes. So check this out. So I was reading this thing once. So the kiss originated from back in the day when we used to kiss, or we used to kill a lot of animals, right? So like meat, like woolly mammoth or a saber-toothed tiger, right? So then you had your babies, okay? You got your babies in the tribe. And all of a sudden, you got this meat, but the baby can't chew meat. Okay, so obviously, what did the mom and dad have to do? We had to go all bird style. They would chew the meat, and they would chew the food in their own mouths, and they would feed their babies through their mouth, like you see a mama bird and a baby bird do. So that's evolved over time. Now we can feed our babies milk, and obviously the Gerber stuff and the soft, rice and all that kind of stuff. But the kiss continued throughout time. And it's a sign of affection. Why is it affection? Because it's affection is nutrition. You're taking care of your young by feeding them mouth to mouth. And that, although we don't feed our kids, maybe some of us do, mouth to mouth, it's still a sign of affection. So that's why we don't rub ears or do something with our noses. It's always through our mouths, lips to lips. And there you go. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody out there.
Now people are really debating, do I go back to ESPN Plus? 7:15 to go. We're in the second period. Blues get it in. Letty shoots. He scores! 7:09 to go. And in his 900th career National Hockey League game, Nick Letty scores to put the Blues on top. 3-0 here in the second period.
One thing about Nick Letty's game, and I've said it multiple times up here in this booth that I just admire, is his skating ability. His ability to move, get out of trouble, and carry the puck through the neutral zone. He gets his puck in his own zone. It's the original block shot in the Blues offensive zone. They're going to move it over to number 4, and that's when he's just going to take off. He's got Stahl, and he catches him there on a crossover, but his feet never stop moving through the neutral zone. He's cutting, he's burning. His edges are just taking him right to the cage, and it's one-on-one, him and Spencer Knight. He goes high glove just under the bar. What a beauty.
Now to Saad. Partial break. Oh, and he lost it trying to go back to the forehand. The puck gets cleared to the line and out. Brandon Saad was going to get it. Ivan Barbashev assisting on the Letty goal. Letty assisted by Barbashev. Second of the season for Nick Letty. The Blues have a 3-0 lead. Down the right side it comes to Reinhardt into the middle to Ekblad. His shot goes wide. Bennington scrambles to get back in, but he lost his stick. It's sitting on the near post as they pump it wide of the goal. Bennington slides over, picks the stick up. Blues get to the puck and Toropchenko gets enough to clear it out. Barkov checked into by Pitlick. The Panthers come back in. Lomberg goes to shoot it, and that one's on the backhand wide. Florida's changing. Boy, they had a lot of guys on the ice there. Dangerously make that change again. Lomberg is there now as he skates it down into the corner. The Panthers have only lost 5 times in regulation since January 3rd. Blues have them on the hook right now, 3-0. Toropchenko gets to the puck, goes to the right side. That's cleared to Pitlick in the neutral zone and bounced down over on the far side as Pitlick is taken down on the play. We'll get a penalty. No, they're going to say the puck did go out of play, but it was deflected. I was watching the play in the neutral zone, and the puck was deflected out. 5:45 to go. We're in the second period. Head to Hot Shots Fenton on Wednesday night, February 15th. That's tomorrow for a special meet and greet with Robert Thomas from 6:30 to 8 p.m. That's Hot Shots in Fenton, your home for Blues hockey. Meet Robert Thomas tomorrow from 6:30 to 8. Back in a moment, 3-0 Blues. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Has it felt like life stood still this year, except for your worsening knee pain? If you've put off that joint replacement you need, now is the time. Mercy's joint replacement experts are ready to safely replace your knee so you can get back in motion. Get a free guide to knee replacement at mercy.net/bluesknee. Visit mercy.net/bluesknee for your free guide. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking. And you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving coming full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Blues. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today. That's theparkingspot.com.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Well, we just saw a proposal on Valentine's Day. They're kissing now. I wonder if any food is getting exchanged.
They would not have done that if they were listening to 101 ESPN.
Puck comes off the wall side of the net, Spencer Knight. So a nice moment there.
The ring fitting, that was always a stressful thing for me when I was doing that whole, you know what I mean? How do you find the right size? I mean, yeah, you can get one of her other rings, but then what if she had a lot of salt the night before? And then it's kind of a buzzkill when you want to give her the ring and it doesn't fit.
He just said, what if she was bloated? But the ring doesn't
honey, if you
get past the first knuckle.
If you didn't have so much of that doggone MSG last night, the Chinese shop, this would have fit. This would have been a perfect night. This is on you.
And she, at that point, we'll see. No, we'll wait. Blues get the puck in. Kyrou brings it over the line. Shoots it.
Oh, yeah.
As he gets tracked and hit by Matthew Tkachuk. The puck to the near side, and Tucker's going to dump it in.
We've had some old school hits in this game, haven't we? Open ice. Right there, Tkachuk catches Kyrou with his head down. Kyrou saw it coming. He tried to sidestep it, but Tkachuk went right through him. He's not going to pass up a hit.
Parayko holds the puck in. The Blues dump it to the near corner. Thomas swats for it. Comes off the wall. Thomas goes rink wide. Falk, he's in, he shoots, he scores! 4:53 to go here in the second period.
Well, how about that? 3 goals from defensemen, 3 of the 4 goals.
Well, 2 now, because they did change the 1.
Oh, they did change the Shen. The first one, that's right. Yeah, shot from the crew ended up changing the Shen. So 2 goals for the defenseman, 1 from Letty, 1 from Justin Falk. Similar play right there. Robert Thomas finds a nice seam in the offensive zone, goes over to Justin Falk. He's got plenty of room. Just complete defensive zone breakdown for Florida. Not much on this shot other than the speed. Just goes low glove. Spencer Knight just misses this one. Hard shot, but he saw it all the way through. Looks like they may call this one back, possibly curved. At least a challenge by Florida. No goaltender interference.
Florida is challenging the play on the ice to determine if there was a missed game stoppage for a high-stick puck prior to the scoring of the goal.
We have not seen this is something that came into play after the 2019 Stanley Cup playoffs when you had the hand pass game from Erik Karlsson. Yes. Blues against the San Jose Sharks the next year. And then they had another incident the following year where the puck, I believe it was in Los Angeles, went off the netting and nobody saw it. So teams can now challenge whether it goes off of a high stick or a hand pass.
So we're looking at the replay here. Shen goes to the point, going to throw it over to Kyrou. Kyrou is eventually going to find Robert Thomas. The puck's going to go in the corner. Thomas is on it. Now, this is where he's going to make the pass. We don't see anything there.
But right before you would have seen to it, they decided to cut to the video replay room rather than let you continue to see the play.
Right. Here's the Jumbotron right here. It's like Thomas is going to get this puck.
They would have said the puck was passed off of a high stick, and I haven't seen anything along the sequences yet that show it. Spencer Knight comes out, flings the puck.
Oh, you know what? It's going to be Robert Thomas. This will get called back, I think. So Spencer Knight, Spencer Knight stops the puck behind the net. He goes to hard rim it. Robert Thomas uses his stick.
That's where it is, yeah.
It's up way over above his head to knock it down. Stahl, the defenseman's right there. He lifts up his hand for a call. There's no whistle. Also, Spencer Knight does the same. So the body language clear. Referee's still looking at it, Kurz, but this will be called back.
And this replay being audited by Whipley. Whipley, perspective changes everything. That's Whipley.
I think this is the first time we've seen this type of challenge.
I've only seen a netting one. I've never seen a high stick. And the key to this whole thing, if Thomas does this, but then let's say the defenseman Stahl touches it next, the Blues are in good shape. But he knocks it down, and then he's going to deliver that next pass. Here's the call on the ice.
After reviewing the play, there was a high stick prior to the goal. Therefore, we have no goal. Please reset the clock to 5:10.
He explained that fairly well.
Yep.
And I think that was the right call on the ice. So Blues will go back to having a 3-0 lead. Justin Falk will not get a goal here. It will be a face-off in the neutral zone right in front of the Blues bench. And, it's one of those calls. I know the fans don't like it, Kurz, but without that high stick by Robert Thomas, that puck's probably out of the zone. So they probably lose possession. That goal should never happen. So right call on the ice. Blues still in command of this game. Go 3-0.
Spencer Knight has not been good tonight.
No, I said it in the first period. It just seems shaky. It seems like he's just fighting every puck. He's looking behind him. Looks hesitant. Not getting back to his post in time. And that save right there, that save is made 99% of the time. It just misses it right off the glove.
So the Blues get it out to center, and O'Reilly goes over the line. Barkov hooked him, and O'Reilly's going to get it back from his knees to his feet. Makes the pass to Blais, and Blais shot. High glove, and then wide of the net. Goes off the glass and out of the zone. So 4:40 to go in the second period. The Falk goal negated. So instead of 4-0, it's 3-0. Puck coming through the neutral zone. Blues put it over the line. Ekblad's going to get to it. Take it off the far wall. Into the near side it comes. Barkov moves it in. They're whistled offside. He'll fire the shot anyway. 4:23 to go in the second period. Hey, the new look State Farm Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament returns to St. Louis for a 33rd straight year. Join us at Enterprise Center March 2nd through the 5th as all 12 Valley schools battle it out for a trip to the NCAA tournament. Reserve your seating by visiting archmadness.com. Get your tickets tonight and experience the madness. Tickets start at just $20, by the way. They can be purchased at the Enterprise Center box office with a valid ID. Discounts for firefighters, police officers, EMTs, nurses, other first responders. 4:11 to go in the second period. Blues 3. Panthers 0. Good clears. The Blues get it out of the zone. It was deflected. No icing. You don't want to give the Florida Panthers any life here late in the period.
Well, no, especially because that one got called back. That would have been pretty much the nail in the coffin. We went up 4-0, but now all of a sudden you're at 3. Late in the second period here, Florida's had a pretty nice little push before that goal that was called back by Justin Falk. So the Blues need to get back on the right track here and start playing more in the offensive zone, because going to the period, being up 3-0 and 3-1 against this firepower team of the Florida Panthers are very different.
Puck into the middle of the ice. Braden Shen has 2 goals in the game. Puck brought over the line, 3-on-2. Walker leaves it. Shen to Pitlick. Slap shot wide of the goal. It comes back to Pitlick on the near side. Now to the blue line. Tucker makes the play to Falk. He shoots it right on, and Knight will make the save. Walker was trying to not fall on the goaltender, and Gudas went to make sure he did. There's 3:17 to go in the second period.
Well, hey, you can check out this Bar Bleeds Blue. It's sponsored by Bud Light for your chance to win select prizes while supporting local participating bars and restaurants. With a new option to submit a valid receipt to check in, it's never been easier to win. Visit stlouisblues.com/bars for details.
Draw to the left side of Spencer Knight. 3:17 to go in the second period. Shout out to our great friends Todd and Tracy Anderson tuning into the game down in Dallas, Texas, as the puck deflects out of play. Joe, they asked me to please make it stop. We cannot unhear the kissing story.
Once you hear, I'm here laying out the facts, people. And I hate doing it.
So if you have a piece of steak between your teeth and you accidentally pass it off to your wife, then you are reenacting the first ever kiss, apparently.
That is what is going on.
That really shouldn't gross you out, because you will share toothbrushes.
Well, and it's funny. Think about babies. Think about babies when they just learn how to, hey, mama kiss. What do? They come at you with a big, open, slobbery mouth, don't they? Don't
yeah,
they?
but
you know I'm right.
If you just gave them the Gerber split pea soup.
But you know I'm right. They don't come at you with the puckered lips. We learned that over time. They come at you with the full-on, salivating mouth, like, give me what you got.
Oh, my goodness. 2:42 to go. This is why you shouldn't play on Valentine's Day. Puck comes over to the near side. Puck brought over the line by the Panthers. They get it into the slot. Montour down low. Had that one deflected away off of Smith to the front of the net. And swatting at that one was Luosterainen, and another save made by Bennington, who has stopped all 17 that he's faced in the game. 2:28 to go in the second period.
Well, you can get all the location information and see the full lineup of all the fun hot shots that are waiting for you at hotshotsnet.com/blues, including the newly renovated and smoke-free Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, which is located in Benton, Missouri.
Off the near side, puck gets shot, slapped wide of the net by Forsling, deflected off of Barbashev. Here's Parayko. Barkov, he's the Florida captain, 10th captain in Florida Panthers history. Knocks it away, goes to the far wing. Coming on from the bench, or near the benches rather, was Barbashev, and the puck stripped back. Barkov goes to the far wing. Round of Chariot's dumped in. Parayko's going to settle it down, chuck it to the near side. Barbashev feeds O'Reilly. In with Achari. O'Reilly, toe drags, backhands. Achari's shot didn't have a lot of leverage. Put into the pad of the goaltender, Knight. And the puck cleared back to center ice. That's Tucker on defense for the Blues.
A lot of odd man rushes right now for the St. Louis Blues. Florida Panthers defensemen are jumping up and taking some high-risk plays right there, and Blues cannot take advantage of any odd man rushes so far.
Puck comes loose in front, and a good play by Schenn to knock it away. Here's a blocked shot going off of Falk to the far corner. Luosterainen to the blue line. Making a play and then a wrist shot. Gets off of Tucker in front. The puck knocked away. Boy, a Tucker-Tkachuk battle in front of the net would be something. Tkachuk gets it, centers, and they score. Luosterainen able to tap that one in. Left all alone in front of it, and the Panthers are on the board. It's 3-1. 1:16 to go, second period.
Well, listen, you're just looking at that battle between Tucker and Tkachuk, like you mentioned, Curbs. They were battling in front. The puck eventually will rim all the way around behind the net. Tkachuk's going to beat Tucker to it. He's going to lean into him, give him a little body before the puck arrives. That kind of puts Tucker back on his heels a little bit stunned by that play there. And that space that is created by Tkachuk stepping into him early. Then he gets the puck and just throws a 360 reverse pass from behind the net to the blue paint. And the Florida Panthers close within 2 now. That's the goal that we were just talking about. You do not want to give up late in this period and give them any kind of life, and here they come again.
Trying to get in on a 2-on-1, but Parayko keeps that one away from Alberg and shields it up the far wing. It goes. He forces it out of the zone. He skates it around, and Parayko's going into the Florida zone with it. Parayko's driving the goal, and he's forced then wide of the net by Stalls. Parayko holds it down into the corner. Tkachuk and Verhaeghe assisting on the goal. Tkachuk's 47th assist, 74th point of the season. Coming off of a season when he had 104 points last year.
Yeah, he's been on fire lately, too. Went to the All-Star game, MVP in the All-Star game, Curbs, in the very next game against Tampa, put up a 5-point night.
His 30 points since the beginning of January are the most in the league. 5 more than even Connor McDavid has. 13.3 to go in the second period. 3-1 Blues lead. The puck deflected out of play. Hey, when the Blues win, you win at Wendy's. After the Blues win, stop by any St. Louis area Wendy's for a free small Frosty. No purchase necessary. This offer is only good for 24 hours after each Blues win. So act fast. When the Blues win, you win at Wendy's. 3-1. St. Louis on top. Trying to make it 2 wins in a row coming off of the long All-Star / bye week break. The puck gets cleared out. Ekblad will go back to his own end, and Aaron Ekblad looks up, sees the clock, watches the time tick down, and that's the end of the second period. Boy, how things can shift, and I know you still have a 2-goal lead going to the third, but you thought you had scored what was the 4-0 goal. That's negated off a high stick challenge. They score late, and instead of 4-0, it's 3-1.
Yeah, it's a 2-goal swing. It's a great challenge there by Florida. I didn't catch it up here. I don't think a lot of fans caught it, but certainly the Florida Panthers did. They win the challenge. It's 3-0. Matthew Tkachuk sets up a great goal there to make it a 3-1 game. And again, this is a very different looking game from 4-0 now to 3-1. And the way the Blues kind of trended downward there in that second, and the Panthers certainly trended up. But the Blues, to me, are in such a good spot in this game. They've controlled the majority of the momentum. They're getting a ton of odd man rushes. That's got to be a focus here heading into the third. You know that Florida is going to continue to take chances, especially from all the firepower they have defensively. If they can figure out a way to get those forwards going, their odd man rushes, take advantage like Braden Shen did on his goal, his second one, they're going to be in a good spot here in this third period.
2-goal lead going to the third, Alex. Your job, hold it.
100% confidence that it will be that same score once we start the third period. Chris Kerber, Joe Vitale, we'll hear from them in a bit, but now we've got our Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's intermission report to react to. We'll do that in that second period, and we're going to hear a little more from Ken Wiebe talking about the potential moves for the Blues at the trade deadline. But a 3-1 Blues lead after the first period. Alex Ferrario with you. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Did you know the extreme climate changes in St. Louis create ideal conditions for pests to enter your home year-round? Rattler is the area's largest family-owned pest control business dedicated to world-class customer service and educating our team members to use the latest science and technologies. We make the process easy through online access to appointment scheduling, account management, live chat, a pest library, and guaranteed results. Call today for your free inspection. At Rattler, we know St. Louis Pest because we know St. Louis best.
From the electricity on the ice to the roar of the crowd in the stands, there's nothing quite like Blues hockey. And this season, you can be there live to cheer them on live. As the official ticketing partner of the St. Louis Blues and the NHL, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats at a wide variety of price points. So get off the couch and get into the stands. Grab great seats to see the Blues today at Ticketmaster.com/Blues. That's Ticketmaster.com/Blues.
Barnes Jewish and Washington University orthopedic specialists understand the science of hockey. As team physicians of the St. Louis Blues, we use the latest research and technology to keep our Blues skating strong. Every patient we see receives the same nationally recognized care as our Stanley Cup champions. So when injury takes you out of your game, turn to the team behind the team. Barnes Jewish and Washington University orthopedics. Be treated like a pro.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is Sadie. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Just happy to be here. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
They get it on the slot and a nice defensive play. Blues knock it away. Shen with Kyrou and Parayko. Shen shoots, he scores! And he's got 2 on the night. 35 seconds into the second period. Braden Shen rips it in.
Braden Shen having himself a night. What I thought was his first goal of the game turned into his second goal of the game, because in that intermission, Braden Shen was credited with the goal on the power play back in the first period, and he scores 35 seconds in to give the Blues a 2-0 lead. Welcome everyone into our Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's intermission report. With 43 stores all over town, money-saving deals on tires and auto service are always close by at Dobbs. Braden Shen jumping on a puck that should should be credited to Jordan Kyrou, who poke-checked the puck away free in the defensive zone that led to that 2-on-1 break. Braden Shen, though, negating the pass and going shot all the way to beat Spencer Knight and make it a 2-goal lead. After that, the Blues continued their offensive pace, owning a lot of the puck possession time in that second period. The Corsi rating, according to Natural Stat Trick, which judges puck possession time, 53 to 47% in favor of the Blues, and they would take the 3-0 lead thanks to the speed of one Nick Leddy.
Blues get it in. Leddy shoots. He scores! Kiss that. 3-0 St. Louis. 7:09 to go. And in his 900th career National Hockey League game, Nick Leddy scores to put the Blues on top. 3-0 here in the second period.
I love the confidence that this Blues defense is playing with tonight. 11 shots on goal out of their 20 so far taken in this game. You get that goal from Nick Leddy. You pick up the assist from Torrey Krug in the first period, and you had what looked to be the second goal by a defenseman in the hockey game, but was taken back.
Thomas goes rink wide. Falk, he's in, he shoots, he scores! Justin Falk puts it past Knight. It's 4-0 Blues. 4:53 to go here in the second period.
After reviewing the play, there was a high stick prior to the goal. Therefore, we have no goal.
Boy, a wild circumstance, too, in that situation. A lot of people wondering what was going on, but if you watch the replay, Spencer Knight and Mark Stahl both signify something the moment Spencer Knight plays that puck, and they were signifying that it was the high stick play by Robert Thomas. The right call, but a surprising call nonetheless for a bang-bang play. So Justin Falk's goal taken away, and then it would be the Florida Panthers before that period would end, capitalized on a mistake by St. Louis.
Tkachuk gets it, centers, and they score. Luosterainen able to tap that one in. Left all alone in front of the net, and the Panthers are on the board. It's 3-1. 1:16 to go, second period.
That's where we sit after 2 periods of play. Again, 3 goals for St. Louis, 1 for the Florida Panthers. Shots right now in favor of the Blues, 20-18. Leading the way for St. Louis has 5 shots on goal, Justin Falk. And then, of course, the other one that was taken away with the goal that was negated. So Justin Falk having himself a night, but right behind him, you get 2 shots on goal for Braden Shen, 2 for Calle Rosen, 2 for Torrey Krug, and 2 for Ryan O'Reilly. And then a couple of notes for you. During that second period, both Torrey Krug and Brandon Saad left the ice. They have not returned, so we'll wait and see if they return for the third period. No announcement from the Blues on those 2 players either. So that's where we are. 3-1 Blues lead. Ameren, Missouri power play report. The Blues still 1 for 2, 1 for 1 on their penalty kill, leading the faceoff battle 61 to 39%. It's our scoring recap here with our Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers intermission report. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back here a little bit more from Ken Wiebe, who was with us on our pregame show, get his thoughts on the possibility of the Blues moving a player with term on his contract. We'll get his thoughts on that next. 3-1, Blues lead the Panthers. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
In St. Louis, hockey's not just a game. It's a language understood and spoken by all who bleed blue. Here's a message just for true blue fans. Our Blues will put on their sweaters, slide on their mitts, strap on their buckets, and grab their lumber. They'll fire the biscuit through the 5-hole, light up the lamp, and have a 6 celly. I'm Terry Crouppen from Brown & Crouppen, proud sponsors of our hometown St. Louis Blues.
Unity. At Scott Credit Union, it's the foundation of all we do. It's our promise that through the challenges and the celebrations, we'll be with you, growing with you, cheering with you, and beginning every new chapter of life with you. By providing financial solutions that serve every aspect of our community, Scott Credit Union always has been and always will be with you. And we invite you to be with us.
Washington University orthopedic specialists are the team physicians for the St. Louis Blues. With convenient locations in the Central West End, South County, West County, and St. Charles, Washington University Orthopedics can treat all your family's orthopedic needs, including sports, neck, back pain, and hand conditions. Visit ortho.wustl.edu/appointment to schedule an appointment today. Washington University Orthopedics. Team physicians for the St. Louis Blues and you.
Hi, I'm Sarah for Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. When people ask me, I tell them I love Dobbs because they're really one-stop shops for service done right the first time. When you need tires and auto service, come to the most convenient one-stop shops in town. Dobbs.
Say yes to February deals at Dobbs. Go to GoToDobbs.com and save on Goodyear, Continental, and Pirelli tires, oil changes, brakes, and alignments. With 43 convenient locations, click on GoToDobbs.com and save.
Back with our Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers intermission report. Alex Ferrario with you. 3-1. Blues lead the Panthers after the second period. Third period coming up in about 7 minutes with Curbs and Joey. But I want to hear a little bit more from Ken Wiebe, who we talked with on our flagship station, 101 ESPN earlier today, Sportsnet insider, who did report a couple of days ago that he has heard that some conversations from other teams have called the Blues regarding some of their players who have term left on their contract. Asked Ken Wiebe about the potential of those players being moved by March 3rd's trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big question, Mark. I mean, a lot of those guys that you would be mentioning have some level of trade protection. So whether that's a Torrey Krug or a Colton Parayko, I mean, I'm not sure. I know that things haven't gone well for Parayko, but he loves the Blues, and this season is probably more of an outlier. But, I mean, we know what's valuable to other general managers is contracts that don't have as much term. I mean, for Parayko, it's a long term. I think the deal goes through 29-30. So I think that Parayko would be a great addition for a lot of teams as well if he can get back to the level he's played at previously. And I think the same would apply for Torrey Krug, but I don't know how many teams are willing to add that level of term. Now, if you're asking about, Calle Rosen, who has an extra year, as maybe a plan B for some teams, sure, or Robert Bortuzzo, who has. I mean, I'm not saying that flippantly. I mean, teams look for depth guys like him that have some cost certainty, right? Same for a guy like Bortuzzo, a guy who's won the Stanley Cup and can help the penalty kill. But in terms of trading a Pavel Buchnevich, I don't see. I think that's a guy they'd want to be part of the core moving forward. But if you think this is more of a longer-term retool, and you want to line somebody up with the Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou contracts, then you might consider Buchnevich. But I mean, he's such a valuable player when he's been healthy. So, and then now you're going to have to try. I mean, it's fine to say, well, you got 5.5 or just under 6 off the books, but now you got to replace a guy who can score 30 goals. So, I mean, there's a little bit of push and pull going on there. I don't think it's a rebuild for the Blues, just based on where their core is at, with where Jordan Binnington is at in between the pipes. But I do think there will be more than just, tinkering with UFAs, but I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. And I think the biggest thing that we've learned this year about the Blues, they're a team in transition, and they haven't played to that. We think about the 2019 run and the Blues being that identity. They're not as hard to play against, and they're shifting towards being a skilled team, but I think they still want to have that, grit element involved. So is going to be looking for. Because still, you got the commitment to Nick Leddy and guys like that. I mean, they didn't sign those guys so they could rebuild. So I think it'll be more with, an eye on the more immediate future than the long-range future. But, I mean, Doug Armstrong is not afraid to make bold decisions, and he's a guy that's shown some creativity over his career as well. So I expect him to be involved in a lot of conversations. What those lead to, I'm not close enough to the inside to know that answer, but I think it'll be fascinating to watch.
You can hear the full conversation from Ken Wiebe on our podcast page, 101ESPN.com. We'll take another break. We'll come back, get you an update on a Blues prospect that is rising in a couple of people's eyes before we start the third period. 3-1. Blues lead the Florida Panthers. Alex Ferrario with you. This is St. Louis Blues Hockey.
This is Kevin Harvick.
It's Austin Cindric.
Joey Logano.
Michael McDowell.
Denny Hamlin.
This is Austin Dillon. The Daytona 500 is coming.
It's NASCAR's biggest race.
When you think of races you want to win,
Daytona is number one on every driver's list.
It can define a career.
For the rest of my life, I'll be known as a Daytona 500 champion. The Daytona 500.
Sundays at 1:30 Eastern.
On SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90.
And on the SXM app.
There's no race like the Daytona 500.
It truly is the Great American Race.
The biggest names.
Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State, the national championship winning head coach of the Baylor Bears. Scott Drew joins us.
Biggest games.
This is the biggest game in the history of the Final Four.
The biggest moments.
The last number one seed is the nation's number one team.
Delivered right to you, wherever you are.
I can't even wrap my head around it.
SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SXM app, included in our trials and popular plans. The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Don't miss out on the Premier League, Champions League, and Major League Soccer. Hear all the action on SiriusXM FC 157.
Everything is better on ice.
Markov, one-timer again, score! Let's go home, baby!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
You're St. Louis, Missouri.
Some of the world's most important pediatric breakthroughs are only happening at St. Louis Children's Hospital, the only place where Washington University physicians have gathered from across the globe, discovering and developing life-changing treatments for kids. Only St. Louis Children's Hospital is ranked number 1 in Missouri and among the best in the entire nation. Only for one reason, providing the best care for kids in St. Louis and around the world. Only St. Louis Children's.
PetSmart Prospect Report. You do anything for your pet. PetSmart can help you get anything they need quickly and conveniently. Shop at nearby stores, PetSmart.com, or the PetSmart app. The Thunderbirds off until Friday, and Scott Perunovich will be in the lineup for those Thunderbirds on the conditioning assignment. But one player I wanted to discuss is Jimmy Snuggerud, Blues prospect who was drafted 23rd overall in the 2022 draft. Scott Wheeler, who covers Blues or NHL prospects for The Athletic, had this to say about him. One of the hottest prospects in hockey, Snuggerud has gone from a B-plus prospect to an A-grade prospect this season. Every piece of his game has elevated this year, so pretty impressive stats for a player who right now is 17 goals and 40 points through 30 games in college hockey. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to ID. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
The fastest game on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
Our Enterprise Rent-A-Car drive around the league. The Jets trailing the Kraken 2-1 going into the third period. Stars leading the Bruins 2-1 going into the second period. And the Avalanche up 1-0 after one period of play. Blues holding on to a 2-goal lead over the Panthers. Let's start the third period now with Chris Kerber and Joe Vitale.
All right, Alex, thank you very much. Whether you're taking a trip, finding a wedding, retiring on the coast, life is full of moments that matter. By partnering with an Edward Jones financial advisor. Learn more at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Well, I think the first 5 minutes really become such an important part of this third period, Joe.
Well, it's really important. You know that the St. Louis Blues are going to have to watch out for defensemen joining. There's going to be a lot of odd man rushes, I think. There were plenty in that second period. There's a lot of cowboy defenseman types on the Florida Panthers side. They love to jump. They like to get involved. And I think the Blues, Curbs it. To me, it looks like a very light bench. Maybe missing a player or two.
The puck gets dropped, put into the Florida zone.
Actually, we just got a note. Yeah, we just got note that Brandon Saad and Torrey Krug, both players will not return in this game. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking down at the benches where just chat. There's so much space available. It looked like even more space than just one player missing. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like Brandon Saad out with an upper body, Torrey Krug out with a lower body. Both will not return.
So the Blues down 2 men to enter this period. On the bench, that is, they get the puck over to Barbashev. Joins the line with O'Reilly and Buchnevich. Right then and there shows you the value of number 49. He can play anywhere in your lineup, Joe, and find a way to be effective.
Up and down because he moves his feet. Good awareness of not only just where he's out on the ice, but also his line mates of what they bring.
He battles on the far side with Stahl. Wins that battle. It comes off of Chari. Now to Falk. Backhanded back to the corner. At the end of the shift, Barbashev still out there with Buchnevich. Leaves it to Buchnevich. Backhand to Chari. Had the forehand. But he fanned on it, and the puck gets cleared by the Panthers out to center ice.
Well, and he's working on Stahl that whole time.
Now Achari moves it in, puts it on. Blocker save made by... Ooh, look out now. Achari looks hurt. Slow to get up. He put it on goal. The save was made by Knight. And Achari looked like he got tied up with Josh Mahura.
It was him.
I don't think there was anything nefarious on that, Joe.
No, Mahura just finishes his check. Noah Achari shoots the puck coming down this near side wall from the outside. He shoots the puck, and this is where I think you don't see this collision happen that often in the league anymore. I mean, 20 years ago, you shoot the puck, you're going to pay a price. But Achari shoots it. It actually wasn't as big of a hit as I thought. Their skates actually just, their skates get tangled up.
Yeah.
Achari has taken some hits this year where you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's an ACL, or that's an Achilles, or that's a concussion out for a long time. And he just bounces right back up.
He's Gumby.
He's like little Gumby. Now, he eventually will get back to the bench, but he's going to sit right by Ray Briley. I don't expect him to be missing any time here, but his knee is basically just hyperextended the opposite way.
Face off at center ice, won by the Blues. Pushed by Parayko in over the line. Goots caught on the play by Toropchenko. Pass gets centered. Thomas is there, so Thomas, Blay, and Toropchenko on the ice at the moment for the Blues. Comes all the way down the ice. Bennington's going to put it down. Shovel it to the near side, and the pass goes to the left wing. Toropchenko enters the zone where he's checked by Gudas, and he'll backhand it into the corner. If the Florida Panthers player stops in front of the net, they get an offensive zone faceoff. Instead, the Blues have it in the offensive zone of their end. To the near side, Blay on the backhand. Gudas picks it up, clears it out. And after the last game for the Vancouver Canucks, you see the quotes from Rick Tocchet? Because we're going to have to go back to elementary school and learn how to stop and start.
Square one, yeah, absolutely.
Blues nearly knock it loose. They get it to the blue line. Leddy to Achari, shooting it, and into the glove of Knight it goes. Spencer Knight will make the save. 2 minutes, 34 seconds into the third period. 3-1 Blues lead here at Enterprise Center.
Well, that's another puck right there by Spencer Knight, the goaltender. He's talking it over with Gudas right now, but he comes behind the net and goes to play the puck and he just mumps this thing and doesn't complete the pass, leaves it turnover. Noah Achari right at the doorstep, just can't tuck this one away. I mean, I tell you what, if I'm wearing a Blues jersey tonight, I'm shooting everything in and around his feet. He has just looked shaky since the start of this game.
Blomberg's going to get it in around Falk. Fire a shot well wide of the net. Ricochets far side, put down by Ekblad. Pulled away by Achari, fed to Falk behind the net. Works it all the way around to the near side. Still battles along the wall, and as it comes loose, Pitlick works for it off the near side, and now off the wall it comes, and that one's forced away, and the Blues can't clear. Forsling holds it in, deflects a shot wide of the net. Kind of a slow pace here. Forsling goes to shoot it as he falls. It deflects up over the glass and out of play. This has got one of those weird feels of almost both teams just trying to get through it. But one goal the either way could completely change this game.
I think the next goal to me is going to decide on who's going to win this game. And I know it sounds crazy because the Blues are up 3-1, but this seems like a momentum shifting game where if the Florida Panthers get a little bit of life and they get that second goal, especially with a couple veteran guys of the St. Louis Blues side out for the rest of the game, that could be enough to really spark this Florida team on a 3-goal comeback. But on the flip side, if the Blues can figure out a way to get back to the offensive zone, I think any sort of life that the Florida Panthers created with that goal late in the second be done.
Barbashev towards the goal. What a play. Put it right on. Spencer Knight was there. It almost looked like he was going to dump it to the corner. Blues get it back. Rosen to the net. Oh, and he shoots it wide. Knight scrambling, lost his stick. He's swimming in that blue crease. That puck goes to the far wing. Tkachuk able to get it just out of the zone. Knight will go back to pick up his stick. The Blues send it over to Callie Rosen. Now to Ryan O'Reilly. Hot pass deflected to the blue line. Stahl goes the other way with it. That's an icing call against the Panthers with 16:08 to go in the third.
Well, hey, you can get that energy up, Blues fans. You can hit on the run every game day. Grab a cup of coffee for just $1. Or your store, St. Louis on the Run. Participating locations only.
.16:08 to go. We're in the third. Blues 3, Florida 1. 2 goals from Braden Shen. Must have been a video replay. I haven't taken the time to watch the replays yet, Joe, but you said might have hit the shirt of Shen, but even Shen thought that Krug had that first goal.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think maybe just kind of glanced off his jersey because it would have hit any meaty part of his equipment or his body. I feel like he wouldn't have sent Torrey Krug through, but it must have just been a jersey just enough.
Panthers try to jam it on front. They do. Bennington will make that save. 15:43 to go here in the third. So Shen credited with both goals for the Blues to begin the game. 11:27 of the first, assisted from Krug and Thomas. And 35 seconds into the second, assisted by Kyrou. Jordan Kyrou, a team leading 50 points. Leddy with his second of the season, 15th point from Barbashev. 12:51 made it 3-0. At 15:07 of the second, it looked like Falk had scored to give the Blues a 4-0 lead. But the Panthers with a successful challenge. So they get it down low and shoot it on, and Bennington will knock that save. Negated the Falk goal. Then Luosterainen scored late in the second to make it a 3-1 game. That's where we sit 4.5 into the third. Blues clear the puck out to the Florida blue line. Gudas back to center ice. That one's knocked away. Luosterainen checked away by Thomas. The pass comes to Parayko. Oop, lost it. Lundell put it back to the corner. And the Panthers get it on the near side as they center. They tap it on. Bennington the save. Panthers bounce it in front, and it's off the skate. Parayko's going to take it to the wall. And moving in. Big check by Achari as he absolutely levels Eric Stahl.
He's had a few in this game, hasn't he? Wow.
The puck gets cleared out. Well, if you're on a team that enters today 10 points out of a playoff spot, here's Achari. Centers in, shot wide from Rosen. Your scouts from 12 teams here in the building. You can go from a team that could miss the playoffs to a team that could win a cup or go on a deep playoff run. And as an unrestricted free agent, you take every opportunity you get, right, Joe?
Absolutely right. Yeah, we've never seen this press box this busy in a long time.
Puck goes down into the corner. Good solid check thrown by Blais. Now Forsling's going to work his way to the red line. Bring it in over the blue line. Blais throws the check in on that one. Now it comes to the near side. Coaching is so important in terms of just chances. From the moment Blais got back in the lineup, put on the power play, put on a line where they said go hit some things. He scored a goal. He's made plays. Tucker goes into the corner for the Panthers. They shoot it on. Bennington will make the save. And over to the far side with 13:46 to go. They battle in behind the net. Blomberg falls down, and the puck cleared by the Blues. O'Reilly to center. They send it ahead. Barbashev going over the line. Cut into the middle with it. And a play made on the near side by Buchnevich. To Falk. Put to the corner. Barbashev. It bounced off him. Montour is there. It's coming back to Thomas. Centers. Barbashev. Far wing. Leddy to Falk out high. Wrist shot. Off Knight. And then diving for it. That's Barbashev. And Leddy's going to hold the puck in. But on the far wing, Stahl gets to it to clear it out. He'll work it up to the red line and dump it in. 13:03 to go in the third period. Here's Thomas coming over the line. Go to shoot it to the net. Get it back out of the corner. It bounces off the Florida stick, and a good pinch by Parayko. Helps hold it in, but now it's glanced off of Barkov to the neutral zone. Shen takes it away from Gudas. Brings it over the line on Tkachuk. Gudas lines up Tkachuk, and the puck bounced off of Kyrou. Gudas gets in along the wall, and Tkachuk uses the body, and the puck comes loose.
Yeah, not a lot of space on the ice right now. Everything's really clogged up here in this neutral zone, and both teams looking for a little daylight, can't find it.
Panthers knock it away. They get it over the line. Mahura finds Verhaeghe. Down the near wing, Barkov to Gudas. Gudas stands on the shot where he's tied up then by Walker and forced back out to center by the Blues. 12:11 to go. We're in the third. Blues on top by a score of 3-1, trying to get back to 500. Right now they've got 24 wins to 25 losses, 3 OTLs. And the puck gets dumped in. Off of Ekblad to the near wing. Here's Reinhart. Going to Ekblad over on the far side. They bring it in. Ekblad carries around. Forced wide of the goal by Leddy. And then Falk's going to slash over on the far side as he slapped that one away from Luosterainen. The Blues have it on the tape of Leddy. Nowhere to go with it. That deflects up in the air. Comes off of Luosterainen, and Falk this time looks to clear.
Yeah, Florida's starting to come a little bit now, aren't they? Their forechecks here.
They strip it again. Try to move it in front on a pass. That one intended from Reinhart. And behind the net now they'll battle. Lundell goes to take it away. That one's poked away by the Blues. They still can't clear. Again recovered by Florida. Off the far wall, Pitlick tries to get it out, and again Florida holds it in. This time Leddy has it along the wall. Ekblad's going to force him down. Ekblad now looking in front. They get it to Forsling. Goes to shoot it. A lot of pressure. No shots yet. 10:58 to go. Forsling, right side. Panthers in. Shot wide by Ekblad. Behind the net to Reinhart. They go to shoot it. Bennington makes a save. It might have hit the crossbar. And the puck comes back to the near side. Blues will get the puck, and this time bounce it out of the zone and get a big needed partial change. Now it's Barbashev going over the line. In. Looking. They score!
Game you look for plays that are going to have a huge shift in the game, and this is it. All kinds of pressure for Florida in the Blues defensive zone. Not a lot of grade A chances, but they had plenty of puck possession. Blues were hanging on by a limb, couldn't get the puck out. No penalties, no grade A's against, and certainly no goals. As soon as it gets out, Ivan Barbashev, he's going to take off like a torpedo right at the defender, create the turnover, and that's where they're going to find Ryan O'Reilly on that back door and taps it in.
Blues 3-on-2, bringing it again. They go far wing, and Kairu's pass to Thomas, not where he could shoot it. Thomas off the wall to Kairu. He scores! 10:12 to go, third period. Third point of the game. Kairu the goal.
These are two individual players just going to work. Kairu and Thomas. Been a little quiet over the last couple games. They go to work right here. Odd man rush. They can't get a shot off the original rush, but they capture the puck over in the offensive zone. Thomas in the corner is going to pin up, pull up, lose Montour behind the net, creep up right around the circle, look to the back door. That's where Kairu's just going to kind of slide in there. Just kind of sneakily right behind Stahl. What a pass by Thomas. Right on the back skates of Stahl. Jordan Kyrou for his 24th of the year just taps it in.
Second point of the game, not the third for Kyrou. He's got a goal and an assist. He's got a team leading 51 points. And 2 goals 20 seconds apart. The Blues go from a 3-1 lead and defending a ton of pressure from Florida to a 5-1 lead. Barkov gets it, jams it on. Knocked away by Bennington. Thomas getting his second point of the hockey game up 2 assists. Now has 33 assists on the season and 46 points. Puck frozen and 9:36 to go here in the third period. 5-1 Blues. We'll bring you back in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
The Blues are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the St. Louis Blues and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/blues. That's Ticketmaster.com/blues.
Blues fans, have you been thinking about getting a master's degree but can't find a program that allows you to earn your degree on your terms? Check out Webster University online. You can advance your career your way and in your time. Webster University online classes are taught by experienced professors who are experts in their field. Connect with a graduate admissions counselor on Zoom by going to webster.edu/today. Start tomorrow, today, with Webster University Online.
Get your ice cold Bud Light. Bud Light Seltzer here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery.
Hey, Bud Light.
I'm at 8.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof, Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
88,000 satisfied customers since 1929. Frederick Roofing, 645-2000.
Well, 9:36 to go here in the third. Blues up 5-1 on the Florida Panthers. And boy, Curbs, there's been no passengers in tonight's game. I can't think of one line or one defensive pairing that has had a sluggish game. It's just been everyone jumping on that rope and pulling as hard as you can in the right direction. And they've needed it too, because without two veterans on that bench in this third period, Krug and Saad both out, will not return. They've needed everyone, and they've certainly gotten it.
The Blues cleared ahead. Spencer Knight can't get rid of it. Now it's back behind the net, and Knight will have it. Goaltenders had a rough night tonight. Here's Blade trying to center. It rolls to the net, and a good poke by Knight. They still have Sergei Bobrovsky under contract for another 3 years after this at a cap hit of $10 million as the Panthers ice the puck. And the interesting part about that is next year, his salary is $12 million this year. It's $10 million next year. Then it drops to $6.5 and $6. So all of a sudden, Sergei Bobrovsky, depending on the development of Spencer Knight, becomes one of those types of guys for a team that's not winning, that needs a larger cap hit but doesn't want to spend that kind of money. All of a sudden, Bobrovsky becomes an asset to teams like that.
Absolutely. The way Spencer Knight came onto the scene, I mean, exploded on the scene, earned the job, and rightfully so. His game's dropped off here a little bit, but still they have a ton of faith in him, and that he is going to be the future here in Florida.
And in all fairness to Bobrovsky, too, by the way, since he signed with Florida on that 7-year contract at an average of $10 million per, he's 6th in the NHL in wins, 8th in the NHL in games started.
Oh, yeah, no, certainly coming over from Columbus. He earned the money. I think he got it. Just one of those situations where you don't see a lot of single goaltenders make that kind of money, Curbs, and have a lot of success. You go from, Carey Price.
Blues put it to the net. That one forced wide.
Carey Price is probably the best example of that. But they say the $10 million between two goaltenders is kind of what they're going for these days, and not within one guy.
Over the line on the right side. Rink wide to the near wing. In front to Stahl. Shot on. That goes to Smith, and a sliding save by Bennington. The Blues get it ahead to Kyrou entering the zone. He'll peel back. He goes to the bench. I don't know if he got hurt or not, but boy, he's taking his time.
Well, he turned the puck over there in the offense. It looked like he was kind of hurt. Instead of going for the puck, he could have gone for the puck, but didn't. And then he was just really very slow to get back to the bench.
Like Gudas grabbed the puck out of the corner, skated to the St. Louis blue line, shot it on goal from the blue line in the time that Kyrou glided from the top of the circle to the bench. And he's sitting on the bench. No one's come over and looked at him, so not exactly sure what that scenario was. Nice play by Barbashev to hold the puck in. He gets it down low. O'Reilly back to Barbashev. What a save. Knight got to the post. Made the save. Parayko rims this one around to the far side. Off the wall it goes. Sent by Calle Rosen down into the corner to O'Reilly. O'Reilly makes the play on the boards. They cut it in from Buchnevich over to Barbashev, and then Rosen's going to dump it in, go to the bench on a change. Buchnevich goes to win it back for the Blues on the near wing. He's got a man on the far side. That's Falk. There he is. And it comes back to Falk from Achari off the deflection. Panthers are able to get a piece and clear it out.
Yeah, they're just scattered right now in the D zone. Florida doesn't know what to do. Blues just, again, great offensive zone pressure, but the movement There's no stagnant players out there. Everyone's coming in and out.
Over the line. Pitlick. Not a fault. Rolls it into the corner again. No Torrey Krug, no Brandon Saad. Neither player came out of the dressing room for the third period. Krug with a lower body, Saad with an upper body injury. Matthew Tkachuk goes over the line. He's got an assist in this one, gives it up. They shoot, they score! What a shot from Verhaeghe. Bennington didn't flinch. He thought it was going to go higher, but it goes under the bar and into the net. The Panthers, they made it 5-2. 6:32 to go in the third.
Well, it's going to be Matthew Tkachuk. He's going to get his second assist of the 2 goals here. He comes over the blue line. He's going to pull up. He's going to pull up, and then he's going to find Verhaeghe here. Throw it right to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe's then going to take it in. He's going to use Nola Chari as a screen. The Blues looking at it, thinking maybe it could be an offside. We're going to play hockey here. I think this is the right call. If you're not absolutely sure, leave it as is. It's a 5-2 game. For some reason, if you gamble, you lose it. Then all of a sudden, it's a 5-2 game with the Florida Panthers on the power play. And not a lot of special teams in this game. So
none since the first period.
Probably safe play here, unless it was completely obvious. We're going to play hockey here. Oh, there's a penalty there now. Well, I guess it was probably worth trying to challenge it then. We'll have to see, but no.
Well, Joe, ever since the game a couple years ago in Pittsburgh where the game got away on a tight challenge, the Blues have been very conservative when it comes to that. Here's the penalty on O'Reilly. Tripping is the call on Ryan O'Reilly. When we come back, the Panthers will go to the power play with a chance to make it a 2-goal game with 6:22 to go in the third. 5-2 the score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
A true Blues fan sees every face-off as a challenge, every power play an opportunity. For you, hockey is life. Wells Fargo advisors get that. They also know you want to win at real life, too. How you invest your money is a big part of that. Let Wells Fargo advisors provide the teamwork and initiative tools to help guide you to your financial goals and dreams. Wells Fargo advisors, proud to sponsor the Blues, dedicated to helping you. Wells Fargo advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Blues hockey is on 101 ESPN. Get the inside scoop on and off the ice with the Last Minute Blues podcast with Jamie Rivers and Donnie Fandango of 105.7 The Point. Blues opinion, talk, and speculation. It's what we do. The Last Minute Blues podcast is brought to you by Together Credit Union, empowering you to achieve your financial goals. Download the podcast now on the 101 mobile app or at 101ESPN.com.
Half of me wants a cold. What's up, St. Louis? Thomas Rhett here. My Home Team Tour 23 is on sale now.
Thomas Rhett, Home Team Tour 23 with special guests Cole Swindell and Nate Smith. Saturday, May 20th, Enterprise Center. On sale now.
Get your tickets at livenation.com and come party with us.
Doesn't have to end at the last whistle. Join us in the post game in the Anheuser-Busch Beer Garden and the Bud Light Sports Pub for the Bud Light fourth period. With discounted beverage and live entertainment, the Bud Light fourth period, it'll keep the party going for 2 hours after every home game. 6:22 to go here in the third period. Blues in charge of this game, 5-2 over the Florida Panthers, although they just allowed that second goal for the great shot by Verhaeghe, and then Ryan O'Reilly, their captain, in the penalty box, and the Panthers back on the power play.
This becomes an important penalty kill here. Not allowing Florida to get within 2. They win an important face-off. Cleared all the way down. Shen will get to the bench. And now Buchnevich is coming on for Chari. O'Reilly in the box for tripping. That's a guy that just doesn't go to the penalty box much in his entire career.
Right. And there was no question about that one right there, unfortunately. Though he got his stick right underneath the armpit of Lomberg and just dragged him right down.
Puck will get dropped back. Reinhart, not a Barkov. They go right wing to Ekblad. Ekblad, as I mentioned earlier, as the Blues clear it out, was the first overall pick in 2014. Reinhart was the second overall pick. He went to Buffalo. He's now with the Panthers.
The
Puck comes to the near wing, and they're going to pull the goaltender. Down 5-2 with 5:20 to go in the third.
Yeah, so for a minute here, it's going to be 6-on-4.
Be 6-on-4. They turn it over, and it's steered ahead by Toropchenko. So Toropchenko and Barbashev. Rosen and Falk. Rosen gets it, shoots to the empty net just wide. You don't have to worry about icing when you're penalty killing for another 35 seconds.
Smart play by Rosen. Might as well go for it.
Panthers with the goalie pulled. And on the power play, Matthew Tkachuk brings it in on Leddy. He shields it, centers. Lundell to the goal line. Reinhart centering, far wing, one-timer off the glove of Bennington. The far side, Luostarinen straight away off Montour, who has an assist in the game. Puck gets dumped down to the corner. Tkachuk assists on both goals. Blues clear to the line. Far wing it goes. Puck deflects away. Achari skates it to the far wing and just backhands it out. The other thing to keep an eye on here with the goalie pulled this early is if the puck gets in on Bennington, he can fire it down.
Yes, plenty of time too. 3-goal lead might win you.
Panthers can knock it side of the net. Good save by Bennington. Buchnevich goes to clear it out, and that one's going to go all the way down, but they were back at even strength in terms of no power play, so that is an icing call. 3:59 to go. We're in the third. Face-off coming back down into the Blues zone. Blues have 5 players back on the ice, but they cannot change any of them that were remaining from the penalty kill. So O'Reilly, Parayko, Leddy, Achari, and Buchnevich are on the ice for the Blues. Panthers with the extra man on the ice and the goalie pulled. They'll keep Montour all the way back at the blue line initially. No, Montour's going to come on, and they'll pull Denisenko. Ekblad pinches on a face-off win. Panthers tried to center to Barkov. To the near side. Scooped wide of the goal by Reinhart. Over to the far wing. O'Reilly swats at it. That puck came up into the air. They can't clear. Down low. Bennington steered it away. Bodies crash for it. Blues get to it. 3-on-3. They bring it out of the zone. Buchnevich is passed to O'Reilly off the mark, and now the Panthers ice it. They'll have to put Spencer Knight back in with 3:35 to go in the third. Hey, if it's hard to stay focused on your business if the game is on, let First Bank Center for family-owned businesses be a resource for you. Network with like-minded family businesses and learn from their experiences. Go to first.bank/family business to learn about the center.
Yeah, they just can't connect right there. Buchnevich, Achari, and O'Reilly tries to saucer pass it to him right at center ice. Just bobbles right over O'Reilly's stick, or else that would have been his second of the game.
O'Reilly and Kyrou scoring goals 20 seconds apart in the third period at 9:28 and 9:48 to turn a 3-1 game to 5-1. Panthers, Verhaeghe scored at 13:28 to make it 5-2. They pull the goalie as they have it in the Blues zone. Down by 3, extra man on. They shoot to the net, saved by Bennington. Blues swat for the puck. Montour drives the net, falls down. Loose puck knocked to the side of the goal. Pops up into the air. Verhaeghe swats it away. Now the Blues go to clear. Oh, that was Falk going for the empty net, but it hit a Panther's stick and goes all the way down wide of the net.
Yeah, well, at least it hit a stick, or else that would have been another icing. So it's actually a pretty good play there.
Barkov turns it over to Barbashev to the empty net. He scores!
Pressure for Florida, but just really not a lot of opportunities. Blues did a great job. Great job collapsing on 6-on-5. Staying tight, staying together, knowing when to go, knowing when to recover, and everyone in the D zone doing their job. No one's running out of control. No one's trying to do too much. Eventually leads to a turnover right in front of the Florida Panthers bench. Ivan Barbashev right there. Picks it up right at the offensive blue line. Gets his head up, sees the net. And it's nothing but net to make it a 6-2 game.
Quick on the near side now as they swat at it. It goes all the way down the ice. Tucker will get to it. That's an icing call. Hey, by the way, when the Blues scored first in this game, forgot to mention this in the first period, Joe. First Bank donates $112 to the Greater St. Louis Honor Flight Program. During World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veterans get a chance to see the national memorials in Washington, D.C. We'll get a chance in March to get to D.C. and see them. Florida Panthers are going from here to Washington. They got one of those weird trips. Minnesota, St. Louis, Washington, D.C., Nashville.
Amazing, yeah, all over the map. Every now and then, but each team's got one of those a year, I'd say.
If you're the Blues, you get about 3 or 4. Up to the blue line, Gudas puts it on net. Bennington makes the save.
The one for us this year was the 4-game road trip where it had us crossing the border four times.
Yep.
Yeah. Finishing off there in Minnesota, which the Blues ended up shutting out the Minnesota Wild coming in from Montreal. That was going to be one of the tougher ones they thought. Ended up being one of the better Blues performances all year long. We got to take our final break. 2:23 to go in the third. Blues in command. 6-2 is the score. Back in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning Super Bowl 57.
Super Bowl 57 MVP Patrick Mahomes joining us.
We battled, man. It was a tough season that everybody persevered through, and we had a lot of young guys that stepped up in big moments, and it built for today. Being down 10 points to the best team in the league in the Super Bowl, and the guys not flinching, is knowing that we're going to find a way to win this game. It's special, and I'm glad we're going to have a lot of these guys back, and it's going to be a great season next one too.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the SXM app.
The biggest names.
Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State, the national championship winning head coach of the Baylor Bears. Scott Drew joins us.
The biggest games.
This is the biggest game in the history of the Final Four.
The biggest moments.
The last number 1 seed is the nation's number 1 team.
Delivered right to you, wherever you are.
Can't even wrap my head around it.
Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SXM app, included in our trials and popular plans. 24/7 Hockey Talk.
We're pleased to be joined by the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, Dylan Larkin. What do you tell Red Wings fans who are listening?
Very proud to be the captain of the team, and I really see the steps with the young players, Mo Sider, Lucas Raymond. The contract stuff it's never easy, right? And it's negotiating back and forth, and that's going on.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio,
Sirius XM 91,
and on your schedule with the Sirius XM app. 24/7 Hockey Talk.
Rod Brindamore, head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, who think is the most important attribute for a successful coach to have.
I think if you're honest with the guys, they appreciate that, and just get them prepared, give them a good game plan, and give them lots of reasons, ways in which to do it right. I think you're going to have a good chance.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio,
Sirius XM 91,
and on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Florida Panthers out shooting the Blues 36-28 in this one curves, but the Blues got the better end of the grade A's and playing some pretty solid defensive hockey, allowing Jordan Bennington on the flip side to see the majority of these pucks.
Panthers will shoot off. Blues still remain the only team in the NHL that doesn't have a shot total of 40 shots on goal in a game this year. It's kind of nuts if you think about it. Puck gets cleared out. 1:51 to go in the third. 6-2 Blues leading, making it 2 in a row to open up this 4-game homestand. New Jersey Devils coming into town. That'll be a test.
Yes, that will. Talk about a young, electrifying team.
Get it to Barbashev coming over the line. Leave it now to Parayko. Working it in, shooting it off the side of the net. It pops up into the air, but not too high for the 6'6" defenseman. Leddy, right side, back to Barbashev. Into the circle. He wheels it. And a shot goes up over the glass and out of play. 1:14 to go in the third.
Barbashev shaking his head. I think he wanted to get that off a little bit quicker. He had his spot picked. There was a little bit of daylight. He took it to the left side of Spencer Knight, right on the dot. Takes it right to the cage. Looking for his second here in this period. Waited just a little bit long. The defenseman stalled with a long reach. Reaches out there, barely gets a toe of the blade on, and gets a redirection to the netting.
Puck cleared to the neutral zone. Leddy chips it ahead. Looking for Barbashev. It comes out of the zone. Panthers are coming right back in. They get it over the line. Dell takes the shot. 1 minute to go here in the third period. Over to the far wing it goes. Achari will clear it out. Checked there by Forsling. Now to the corner. Stahl plays it near side. Rosen steps up to hold it in. It rolls to the side of the net. And Spencer Knight's going to hold on to it. So 2 more games to go in this homestand. Tickets available at stlouisblues.com/tickets. New Jersey Devils coming into town on Thursday, and then Saturday afternoon, a 1 o'clock St. Louis time start against the Colorado Avalanche. And a rare Pittsburgh Penguins style back-to-back games on the weekend in the afternoon. Rosen, far side. Tucker tried to center, missed his man, and it's coming back the other way. Penguins always seem to have those back-to-back afternoon games on the weekend.
Always curves. In my days playing there, it seemed like it was 11:30, 12:30 start. We get text messages midday. Hey, that game in 2 weeks actually turned into a 1 p.m. one. Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Up to the blue line. Gudas, left side. Mahura to the goal line. Stahl tried to shoot it high and missed it, and it goes up over the glass and out of play. That'll stop the clock with 9.4. So 1 o'clock game Sunday or Saturday against Colorado. Then the Blues will travel. And it'll be a 1 o'clock St. Louis time start from Ottawa on Sunday.
And then they welcome those Penguins into town the following weekend, Curbs, and that's another afternoon game on a Saturday. That's a 2:30 start here next Saturday here in St. Louis against those Penguins.
Wonder if any current Blues will be on that Penguin squad. Puck gets dumped over to the far side. I mean, you know we're going to see Vladdy later on with the Rangers.
Yeah, there's
1 second to go, and that'll do it. You can bring out the sample. Game went along.
They really did. They really did. It didn't stop. Mike Van Ryn, all the coaches giving their fist pumps as they head on out. But great performance here. Great team win.
Well, Ryan O'Reilly said 1 win in a row, 1 game in a row. Just take it and see where they go. And they've come out of the break and they've won each of the first 2 games. Let's go down to ice level. Mike Van Ryn, kind enough to join us. And Mike, congratulations on the win. How did you like the overall flow of that one tonight?
I thought it was good, other than the last portions of the periods. We weren't overly happy with the last couple of minutes. That we tried to do throughout the week to work on. You could see some improvement, so we'll just keep trying to build here.
And Mike, what have you seen in young Tyler Tucker's game as he continues to grow with you guys?
Well, it's good. He brings us some more toughness on our back end. He's a guy that competes extremely hard. Tonight maybe the puck wasn't as friendly to him as it's been, but he works every shift. He never takes a shift off. He looks to use his feet. He looks to make plays. But what we really like is that toughness and the physicality he brings to our back end.
Are you a better hockey team when your defensemen are activating and holding those pucks in along the walls and getting more to the front of the net?
Definitely. I mean, that's one thing we've really tried to stress with our guys. At times we've gotten too, I don't want to say complacent, but we've been backing up too much. So we've really been trying to get them moving up, having a lot more responsible F3 with our high forward. And we've been working as 5. That's the biggest thing for us. It's a 5 check, not a 4 check.
Mike, thank you very much. I love that line.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
You.
Take care.
Yep, that's Mike Van Ryn, kind enough to join us down there. And we'll talk things over with Braden Shen here in just a moment, who had his 14th and 15th goals of the season to start the scoring off for the Blues here in this one. But the Blues get back to 500, 25-25-3 on the season. Now have 53 points in 53 games, and they head into Thursday night's game on a 2-game winning streak here on home ice. Braden Shen, kind enough to chuck the headsets on for us at the end of the Blues bench. And Braden, congratulations on that victory. How nice was it to get the lead and then extend it tonight?
Yeah, obviously, got to go. I guess a lucky goal there early, and was able to go up 3-0. Obviously, don't want to go up at the end of the period, but kind of weathered the storm there in the third period. And Factor gave us a big goal, and we were smooth sailing from there.
Braden, how did you chisel your way into that first goal? Are you kidding me?
Joey V.
There's no way that hit you.
Joey V. I haven't chiseled a goal yet in my career. I'm not trying to steal it from Kruger. So I think that used to be number 46 for the Penguins. If anyone knows, not me.
Love it, buddy. Hey, I want to talk to you about that second goal. 3-on-1. I mean, walk me through that play right there. You had Kyra in the back door. I forget who you had behind you. What did you see on that specific shot going low glove there on Spencer Knight?
Yeah, I knew I had Franco and Ruzi with me. I was actually looking at Ruzi, and I feel like he just kind of gave me the lane back, kind of stepped in and obviously good defensive play by Kyrie to break it off. Testing my luck with the shot.
Bring this string, Joey. Taking somebody else's goal, the hockey vernacular is chiseled.
Chiseled.
So that's ching, the actual. Yeah.
Ching,
oh no, I know what chiseling
right,
is.
Sorry.
Thank you for the sound effects there, but I actually didn't know that was the term you guys used for that all these years. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so whenever there'd be some players in the minors that would go up to the team guy at the end of the game, you could see him on the bus, hey, and then all of a sudden the goal would change the next day, and then we'd say, oh, what a chiseler. He would come in and chisel his way into finding the goal. Or Brett Sterling played in the league when I was there. He was in Wilkes-Barre with me. He must have scored 6 goals right at the goal line. The puck's crossing the line, and he literally bats it in right before it crossed the goal line. So he was known as Mr. Chiseler.
Well, listen, in the minor leagues, when sometimes call-ups could be based on some stats and things, or to get somebody's attention, you could understand that. But that was a goal where I'm not even sure Braden Shen still knows where it touched him.
I don't know.
Either that, or he might have known that it glanced off his jersey, but he wasn't going to shoot.
No, he would never do that. And I was only kidding with him. He's such a wonderful personality. I was joking with him coming to the rink today. I'm in the bowels there. They're all playing their sewer ball, and he's always every time I see him, they're playing sewer ball, and he's always on the outside watching the whole game go on. So he's always like the first one out. I gave him trouble. I said, why is it every time I come by the sewer ball game, you're always the first one out? And he started chirping me for having 2 apples in my hand. He's like, you better ease up on those apples, fatty. So we give it to each other. He's a good guy. He's a good friend.
Joe, I'm just curious, how many of the 11 career NHL goals did you chisel?
Oh, 0. I probably lost a bunch because I didn't want to.
Because you don't want to chisel them?
Take credit for someone else that probably should have or deserved them beyond me. But
that I learned a new, I also learned how to do the sound effects for it. I was
going to say, Curbs thought chiseling was a little different.
Ching, ching.
I've heard that people have had chiseled jaws, like that's
yeah, chisels.
Was that a shot at me, Curbs?
No.
Okay.
No.
You looked at me when you said it, so.
Yeah.
No.
Chisel. It's a good word.
Okay, Alex, let's get it out now. You are not chiseled. And I realize neither am I, but no.
Just thought chisel was.
You got your C cups back there.
C cups? My goodness.
Man boobs.
I just keep rising up these cup sizes over years, don't I? Hey, Dolly Parton by the end of next season.
6-2 Blues win. Let's get it started.
C cups.
Ferrario.